Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women, and whatever it is that you identify as, hello and welcome to FunkShop TV. I am your host. They call me Biggz. For some strange reason, they call me Biggz. So small. What's happening with everybody? I gotta move everything around right now. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I gotta rearrange some stuff because we got some people in the building tonight. We got some friends here. You made oh yeah, yeah. Save it for a minute.
You made oh yeah, yeah. Save it for a minute.
Oh, somebody's already jumping on Discord. Oh, there's Trav. What up, man? What up, Eric? You can unplug it. Just, yeah. Yeah, just try not to bump the tape. Really? Did you just knock it over when I just said don't knock it over? Bro! Bro! What up, Melissa? I just said, I got a wax melter on the table out here, and Mace is like, do you need this plugged in? I said, no, just be careful not to knock it over, and guess what he did? Guess what he did?
Mace like the live-in future now.
Man, oh man. That's probably a good idea. I just always put everything in a bag and then take it out in the garbage when the garage door opens. Because you know that's what we do. Yep. That's how we do when we're living out here in the garage. So I promise we're gonna get started in a second. I promise. Promise. So don't go anywhere. I am working on getting a little organized. I'm way unorganized right now. So what up, everybody? How you living? I see Chana's in the building. Melissa's here. Trav's here. It's good to see y'all.
What up?
How you living, man?
I'm living all right. How are you living?
I'm okay. You know, I'm gonna leave it at okay for right now. We'll get into that in a minute.
Got down on some bomb ass meatloaf.
I got reprimanded at work today.
Yeah, I seen that.
Already. Day 4.
Breaking the mold.
Day 4, and I'm already getting reprimanded at work.
So I was like, hey, this is not my natural habitat, okay? Give me a freaking break.
All right, I fixed everybody's mic.
Are we good? We good?
Yes, everybody's mic should be hot. Everybody's mic should be hot.
So we're all on.
Yeah, we're the voice back without the face.
Right?
That's
I'm
all.
okay with that today.
I'm getting there, okay?
Like if Biggz was moving his
there.
lips right now, we could just make, you know.
Oh, we could totally.
Look.
What up, Mace?
Look,
yo,
guys,
what's up?
quit picking on me, man.
What's up?
I'm picking on you. Because I got nobody else to pick on right now.
Nolyn, you get your own camera.
How we all doing?
You don't look all ghost face?
Phantom Yoda
I can't sit
in the
over there.
house.
Doesn't it look like a highlighter if I sit over there?
Mirrors. You look like a highlighter. You know what? I look whiter now.
I've been rearranging lighting and stuff. Hold on, I'm almost ready to bring y'all on. Cam, damn, cam. Nice. Thanks, man.
He's gonna chime in. Watch. At some point.
I usually try to center it right here. But whatever. And 1, 2, 3, there's everybody. There's everybody.
There we go.
Now I gotta adjust cameras. Man, there's so much effort that has to go into all this shit. I swear.
Is it Friday Fun Day? Fun Day Friday?
It's not very fun for me because I still have to work tomorrow.
That sounds like a good. I'm gonna make a Funyun Friday now. Do some Funyuns on Friday.
I would have a lot more fun if I didn't have to work tomorrow and we could just sit here and kick it and talk all night. I wish. But I got reprimanded today,
That's so
and
good.
I've got to be kind of watch my P's and Q's for a minute.
Yes, sir.
But did you explain to them that it's not your natural habitat? Did you tell them this is not my normal,
No, I haven't got fully reprimanded. I'll explain everything in a minute. It'll make more sense. It's
You're like, look, I'm still trying to adapt to my new environment.
No, that's really what it is. Honest to God truth, that's really what it is.
Right.
And yeah, when I explain everything, you're like, oh my God, yeah, they seriously came down on you like that. And I'm like, yeah, just like that.
Get some more people in here. I'm sure everybody wants to know what Paul's doing at work.
What did I do? What did I do to get yelled at? What did Biggz do? Yeah, as soon as we get to 10 viewers. Said, hey, beautiful Nolyn, he is so hard to hear. Who is? Oh, Mace is hard to hear?
Because I'm not talking. I know, weird, right? Because normally that's all I do.
Yeah, he should be hard to hear.
Testicles, they're still there.
What up, Cody? Yeah, he said it's good now. So, China said it's good now. He's good now, China. Thanks for letting us know. I love China. China banana. Oh, I gotta put the other thing on the screen. I got one.
He is Jack Russell in Chihuahua.
Oh yeah, very hyper.
Mm-hmm.
No, but sure will. Put that.
My son has a full Jack Russell. That dog does backflips.
Yeah.
It's nuts, but he doesn't ever stop.
Yeah, he'll
too
stop 'cause
anxious.
He loves to cuddle, so he'll get up against me.
There we go.
And he's
I don't want to change anything
super
else.
protective over me.
We're good now. Hey, Steph.
They're good comfort animals.
Yeah.
Eric said the guy on Discord is hard to hear. Trav, you're hard to hear.
If I could teach
I am.
Cody said we're moving in. You guys moving into your new place? Thank God.
Yay! Did you get them out of there? Did they clean up their mess?
Thank God.
I go bailing off the lap.
I know they got everything cleaned out and ready for you guys to move in like that overnight.
Come here.
Overnight?
Come on.
Make you a celebrity overnight.
You just quoted Kanye West on this show, bro.
I didn't quote Kanye West. I quoted.
That was Twista.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Thank you, Trav.
You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Laraine, I have to ask before I get into why I gotta wait for their 10 viewers. We gotta have 10 viewers. 10 viewers. Eric said Travis is a little loud and also a bit muffled. Okay.
I'm loud and muffled.
Well, I had you pretty cranked. You do sound a little muffled on this end, but I had your volume way up. So.
I'm using the same mic I used last night. The one built into the webcam.
Sounds
he just got that very white
yeah. Even last night, it
know?
sounds like your mids are kind of over.
Like making those ladies' knees weak when you're whispering those sweet nothings, right? Huh? Like, hey baby, can you pass me the ketchup?
Hey baby. Would shake.
No, I'm using the built-in on the C922, the same one you got, and I was using that last night.
Oh, you're using the camera mic.
Yeah,
that's
did it
why.
last night.
Rags.
No, I know. Last night we could hear you, but it did sound a little muffled.
All right, I'll pull the mic over here. Give me a minute.
I'm not even gonna repeat what happened.
Shit,
You say
Renee's already
it,
here?
that's ballsy. Let me tell you.
What is up?
What's up?
You got your mic on, Renee?
I think so. Can you hear
there
me?
you are. There you
loud
are.
and clear.
All right, let me
How you
let me
doing?
bring you into the scene.
I'm good.
Oh, that looks yummy.
And where's the camera?
All right, what would it do, baby boo? Is that better?
Yes. Yes. Definitely sounds cleaner.
Yeah.
La 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 la.
I'm gonna give up on the names with the next scene. And man, I put all that work into putting everybody's names up, and now I'm bringing in a Discord cam. I'm giving up.
Yeah, so I didn't quite understand exactly what you were requesting. Are you talking about like what are, like Snapchats and Instagrams and all that crap?
Yeah, whatever social media tags you want out there. I don't want to just assume that you want everything. I didn't.
No, that's cool. I just don't know what
it
half
all.
of them are. I don't. Like, how do you figure it out? Like my Facebook one. How do I figure out what that, like, what's the link to it? Where do you find
You
that
set
out?
your own URL, bro.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, I'm like Windows 97 retarded.
Yeah,
okay?
but you were a DJ. You should know how to market yourself. And
I had,
shit.
come on, let's face it. I had to use a couple of programs. Really not a big deal. That's something that you could read a manual for.
He said, let's be real, bro. Let's be real.
Let's be real.
We're talking about me.
But I do need a new laptop soon.
Let's be real. Let's be real. You need to get a new laptop?
Yeah, the Star Wars one's starting to tap out.
Uh-oh.
It's an i5. I have Core.
Bro, just pull everything you want to save off of it and just reformat
Stop
it.
watching porn on it, man. That's just killing it.
Reformat it. In fact, have Eric take care of it for you.
I'm actually...
Live.
Listen,
Whoa! Being hosted. Good looking out, Cody.
Bad idea.
Good looking out, Cody.
These laptops aren't
God,
really
I gotta move
upgradable.
everything around in here. What's up?
Laptops really aren't that upgradable. Like they make
They're
desktops
not.
now that are so small that you can, like.
Oh shit! Trav just took over. What up, man? Hold on, I gotta change the grid. Man, now I gotta change everything again.
Kicked her all out. He's like, peace. Kicked her right off the screen.
I'm sorry about that. I apologize.
Oh,
No, you're good. You're good. Don't worry about it.
That was very rude of me. Normally women go first, and I just kind of hopped in. Was like, nah.
See, I told you,
Do
chivalry's
I not
dead.
have?
That's
What
a true
the
gentleman right
funk?
there.
Bruh, that's the only way to live. You serious?
Absolutely.
Mace, you know that.
Yeah, I'm old school.
Oh my
But
god.
when I went to my grandma's house, I had to take my hat off before I walked through the threshold. I got a backhand or a smack to the back of the head, whichever came first.
You
No
and I
elbows
would
on
be
the
last
table.
dudes on the Titanic while the kids and women are getting off, and you and I just looking at each
You
other.
betcha.
Bro. You ready to-
And then I'm going to
Bro,
go
so you
pick
can
up one of those
swim farther?
violins and try to play it before it goes down. You're going to hear... But it'll have to be long before the ship sinks, so that's not the last sound you hear before you die. It's like I was going to the bright light in the sky, and all of a sudden a siren was calling for me. And it turned out to be a shark.
Get that high in the North Atlantic.
I don't know. I think after you hit the water, about 30 seconds later, your body's going to be numb.
Yeah.
You're going to be yelling for Leo.
Jack made it a little while.
Jack, don't go.
She used to get that though. I was like, what? What are you talking about?
So, what's that show or that movie, The Step Brothers? Somebody
Oh, I think,
superimposed
Renee needs
Arnold
to mute her
Schwarzenegger
stream.
and
What's that?
I think Renee needs to mute her stream or something. She's got echo going on over there.
Oh, Renee, you got Twitch? You got your volume up on Twitch? That could be creating an echo. I'm just trying to rearrange everything so I can get everybody on this bitch. It's not easy.
they did a Step Brothers skit with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone's face superimposed on the hell's his name? God damn it.
Will Ferrell. And,
Will Ferrell and the other curly hair guy.
yeah.
And they played it out, the whole scene, almost for like a 15-minute skit. Watching that, it was almost more entertaining to watch that with Arnold Schwarzenegger's like squinching face and all that, but still keeping their original voices and only their faces. Didn't change the voices at all. Gotta check it out.
Genesis, so what are we talking about tonight? Cody, gotta go tonight. Family, have a good night. Thanks for stopping in, Cody. Appreciate that.
Later, Cody. You're supposed to tell us about your day.
No, I'm going to. I think Renee's got the echo. Still got an echo?
Yeah, no, that. You can see it in Discord. It's lighting up whenever any of you guys talk, and then it echoes, and it's lighting up around her screen, so it's her mic.
She needs to turn her mic threshold down.
Did you just take a deuce, bro? I heard the toilet. Let's try that.
One of these under my seat in my.
That's autograph, bro.
I'm not gonna do anything with it, but I used to keep one of these under my seat in my Datsun because, I mean, anybody could open that with any key.
The baby
Didn't
bat.
matter what kind of key you had, a Honda key, it unlocked my door. But I had one under there, and the very end of it, we wrapped that metal tape or that magnetic tape around it. It's kind of got some weight to it. We got that heavy end on it, and then duct taped it really good, and just wrapped it really nice and heavy. My dad would say if a cop ever pulled you over, tell him to use it to beat your tire with it.
Yeah,
Don't
because
ever tell
otherwise
him
it's a
you're using
weapon.
it for self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they'll arrest you for that.
Yep.
Cool. I mean, I didn't put nails through it. That'd be like going Harley Quinn style.
Yeah, you got the heater on your guys' side.
It was nice.
What do you think I was saying?
That chair. Last time I was talking that chair about how to heart attack.
Yeah, because it does like lean way back.
Well, he used to have a chair that was like pretty much broken over at the other place, and I sat back in it like that, and it literally fell backwards. Like,
That chair's still here, bro. Like one of the boys is using. I was like, what? No, we got to throw that fucker
Nah,
away.
dude. It literally like my feet came out and like my head was on the ground just as fast as my feet were touching it.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the whole chair's upside down. I was like, damn.
It's all bad.
But I've split my head open so many times. I'm used to it.
All right, I got 2 more posts to put up in different places, and then I can get started. I'm way late tonight. Sorry, guys. So I have to stop this to start the stream and then make sure that we have the right imaging. I don't remember what it was called. You know that one thing that we were talking about all nerdy the other day. So I start and stop and start and stop and start and stop until we have the full imaging that we're supposed to have, and it took me 7 tries tonight. But finally got it. And then everybody showed up. I'm like, fuck, I wasn't prepared for all this.
There she is. All right, hey, you in trouble.
Ooh, hold on.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Hold on. Hold on. Renee, you need to turn down the volume on your Twitch.
On my Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kick him back.
Yeah, it's all the way off. There's no volume.
It sounds better now.
Yeah, the echo's gone. Oh, there's still an echo. Where the fuck is that coming
There's
from?
an echo.
Somebody got their phone on or something?
Do you want me to mute myself and see if it's me?
No, I did. I turned your volume down, and it definitely was coming from your end.
Okay, let me turn down the volume on my speakers. Is that better? Any better?
Hang on.
I don't hear anything coming back yet.
Yeah, it's better.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's still there. It's
Do you want
faint.
me to try to rejoin?
Is there like a TV on
No,
the
you should be
background?
good.
Because if you don't have a noise
There-
canceling mic, you'll pick it up.
Yeah,
in the background.
the dishwasher's on. Let me pause it.
No,
That
that's
shouldn't
not,
matter.
that's not the dishwasher.
I'm gonna bring her volume down a little bit. She's pretty loud anyway, so. Not she's loud, but her volume is loud. I wasn't saying that. It's not what I was saying.
Them fighting words. Paul's already trying to start Fight Club at work.
Bro, I'm already in trouble. Okay, we're gonna get into that. Hang on.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Say better.
Yep.
It's butter.
No, you're good. You're good. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm just putting up a few more posts, trying to get some more people in here. Ugh.
Ooh.
Kelly just sent me a message, said, hey, I'm interested to know your work story, but I'm at Spirit Mountain, so I can't watch a show at the moment. I'm just being nosy. So,
At least she's honest.
yeah, she's
Win
real.
some money.
She saw my post. She was like, "Oh shit, what did he do? Oh shit, what did he do?" Duane, I see you lurking over there. Appreciate it. Appreciate that.
You know, like last night we were talking a little bit about.
Hey, good looking, Eric. Thanks for the host. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, we were talking about the shooting and we didn't know what it was about, and now today we know a little bit more about what it's about. But
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that too.
she lives about like 3 blocks from there.
Yeah.
She said last time she drove by it like an hour ago. She said there's appeared to be about 200 people. You know.
Yeah,
gathered.
I've seen it. I've seen numerous pictures from the vigil
Yeah,
that's going on
Facebook's
right
been
now.
on
It's-
blowing up.
Okay.
all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. This is weird. I'm looking, so I've got the browser in front of me, so I can still see what's going on. And I try to grab something and move it from my browser. I'm like, oh no, that's the wrong one. Wrong application. Wrong one. Okay, we're at 12 viewers. So I said if once we got over 10, I was gonna tell why I got in trouble at work. You guys want to hear it?
Let's do it.
So Tuesday was my first day. Wednesday, we're doing everything from cubicles via Skype. So they're pulling up everybody on the team. There's 20 people on the team plus the trainer. Tuesday, they brought in a bunch of managers from the facility into this chat. And they had to introduce themselves, talked about how long they've been with the company, blah, blah, blah. And then afterwards, we had to say where we came from and why we wanted to work at Stream and how we found out about it, blah, blah, blah. So it came to time. It was my turn. So I said, well, pre-COVID, I was a stripper, and since nobody can do any entertainment anymore, I was forced to get a day job. And everybody laughed. Everybody thought it was funny.
HR didn't.
No, they thought it was funny, too. Everybody was laughing. So the next day, somebody made a comment about me being a stripper. Everybody laughed. It's becoming like this rolling joke that the ex-DJ that works at, I'm not going to say the name right now, works at this new company, used to be a stripper.
He's Magic
So it was all this funny thing, okay? So we were talking about Halloween costumes today. And everybody's like, well, what are you going to do for Halloween? What are you going to do for Halloween? Hey, Paul, are you going to dress up for Halloween? I said, yes. I am going to wear my banana hammock, and I'm going to carry a stripper pole around with me. Everybody laughed except the trainer. And the trainer says, you know, that's enough. I probably are going to hear from Julie from HR, and we'll probably already have to have a little discussion about this and code of conduct. So I don't want to hear that word again. So I was like, my bad. I'm already in day 4, and I'm already getting yelled at because I said the word stripper.
I think you lost our banana hammock.
Did you?
Yeah, I was
So
gonna say,
did
might
you
been a
have
banana
to
hammock.
like
If you would have hit
for
it
your
with the
new
Speedos,
employee, like for your new employee orientation? Did you have sexual harassment training webinar thing?
Not yet. But
Okay.
even if I...
There's probably something in there, man. It doesn't matter what you say. It's like whether people could possibly be offended by it.
No, I absolutely understand that, but they
Yeah.
like we are a company that sells adult channels. You think those kind of things don't come up in conversations on the telephone lines?
Just
So it looks here that you've
Just
ordered
own
every
it.
penis
And
in
I
14
didn't,
times
you know,
this
I'm
week.
not saying sex. I'm not saying anything, any kind of innuendo at all. I said I used to be a stripper. How can the word stripper be offensive? There are strippers that pay taxes, and it is a legitimate business. It is a legitimate job title.
To be fair, a lot of strippers don't like to be called strippers. They like to be called exotic
you
dancers
messed
or
up.
performers.
But I totally think you messed up, and I think you got to own it. And you have to not say stuff that anyone could be offended about. It's like,
Well, but there's other stuff like
be careful.
You gotta remember we live in a big old
okay, but what
bubble
about
now.
uber conservative biblical people that get offended when a man wants to call himself her or she? They absolutely enforce and encourage people to have whatever pronouns they want, but I can't be an ex-stripper?
There's not a paycheck involved.
Don't say banana hammock at work. No.
What's it's a real article of clothing.
Yeah, they
Come on, man. How old are you?
Borat rocked it.
I am 46 years old that has never had a day job, obviously.
You should know better.
Why should I know better? I've been a DJ that's been self-employed my whole life. It's not like I know I don't know these rules. I never, ever would have imagined that stripper is a bad word, especially being so close to Portland, that is the strip club capital of the country.
That's very true.
I think all you need to say is you need to watch their training on it, and once you see their training on it, it'll probably spell it out pretty clearly. So you can claim ignorance right now because you haven't been fully trained.
Say, I plead the fifth.
I'm just gonna look at him and say, you know what? When I take over this department, I'm changing the rules.
Yeah, when I take your job.
When I take your job, I'm changing the rules. Because if you're gonna make one thing okay from somebody, you have to make the next thing okay for the next person. If I'm the stripper, shouldn't I be the one that should be worried about being offended? Somebody.
You should say semantics matter. So adult entertainer is probably a better word if you really were one. Adult entertainer or something. I think is less.
That kind of ventures more into a porn star. Adult entertainer falls heavily into porn star. But yeah, I knew a couple of girls that were exotic dancers. That's what they prefer. Are exotic.
Okay, so if I used to be a plumber, then I don't like the word plumber because everybody makes fun of plumbers and where they carry the pen. So I technically want to be referred to as a pipe layer.
Just own it, man.
I'm not saying I'm not owning it. I still think it's bullshit. I have to own it, obviously. I don't have a choice.
That's too funny, though.
Oh, my goodness. Look who's kicking in the door. The old man, a.k.a. Tippy J.
Tippy J.
Anybody know who Tippy J is?
No, we don't.
Well, since the old mom
Tippy
is
J.
my mother, the old man is my father.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Dad.
What's up,
Welcome.
Pops? How's that mixer treating you?
He figured out how to make his own Twitch.
That her mom set it up for him.
Oh, no, I'm sure he figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure he got it. And this means that I cannot use any more curse words for a while.
I'm curious what Dad thinks about banana hammocks.
Do we need to put a swear jar out?
Okay, Dad. I don't know if you caught it or not. Did you just get here? Did you catch? I was scolded at work today. I'm not sure if you caught that yet. And he's probably thinking, what did you do?
You're grounded, Paul.
I could see his face. He said, I did, and I believe free switch, okay? See? Oh. He said, oh, no. Yeah, he figured out how to do it on his own. But the oh, no is in regards to me being scolded at work. Oh, free speech. See? Yes, free speech. Exactly.
I'm not going to argue with your dad.
that's probably a good idea.
Right,
That's
he just kind of like trumps
That's
everything
wise.
right there.
Now, I will say that. Oh, we were arguing. I was being told I just need to own it, and I shouldn't be upset about the fact that I'm being reprimanded. So I had to stick my tongue out at Renee and be like, nah, nah, free speech, nah, 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 nah.
But it wasn't really an argument. It was more of a debate.
It was a debate. You're right. You're right. I'm a master debater. Oh, Dad said already? Why? Okay, he didn't hear the reason. Because I'm being squandered for free speech, Dad.
Because he showed up to work in a banana hammock. I mean, for the love of God.
So I'm going to tell the story again, and I'll make it short. On Tuesday, everything sucked. I hated my day. On Wednesday, we had a big Skype chat with 20 people plus 5 people that were managers from the floor and directors from certain departments in the company. And everybody had to introduce themselves and say, what did you do before COVID, or what did you do before you worked here? And I said, well, I am here because pre-COVID I was a stripper. Now I'm not allowed to do entertainment. And everybody thought it was funny and everybody laughed. And then somebody yesterday made a reference to me being a stripper and everybody thought it was funny and everybody laughed. So today when we were talking about what is everybody going to dress up for Halloween, I said I'm going to wear a banana hammock and carry a stripper pole around with me. And my trainer hated it. Made it clear that I'm not allowed to use that word anymore. And I'm assuming he's referring to the word stripper. I don't think it's banana hammock, but technically banana hammock is a real article of clothing.
In reference to only covering
So I'm not supposed to. Dad said good.
3 things.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to say the word stripper ever again, apparently.
No. Well, it's because this world is forced to have earmuffs on. That's ridiculous. Like, I remember when censorship was an issue with hip-hop music, and that was like where it really started. And then now it's like everything has to have a plastic bubble put over it because everybody's so sensitive.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I'm sure he thinks it's funny, but he doesn't want me to end up getting in trouble. He doesn't want himself to get yelled at for not reprimanding me. But at the same token, how come? What about the person that gets offended by a man dressing or acting like a woman, or vice versa? Are their feelings not taken into consideration when a man wants to be called ma'am?
I will be the last person to ever rob you of laughter, because I think that with the way that this world has been in the 2020, any little bit of laughter, even like a little pokey joke like that, I would welcome that all day long. I think it's silly.
I really don't think so.
What we were told at work was I was a manager, so I was told to like make sure that stuff doesn't happen in my department. And what HR told us was that even if in the lawsuit, just going to court on average was a $200,000 loss for attorney fees, loss of work, reputation, everything was about. So they said, don't even get close to the line. Don't allow anyone to even get close to the line.
Just fire because we're in Atwell State.
Yeah, that's what they told us.
Who could end up in court because I said I used to be a stripper?
The business did not create an environment that they felt safe working in, that there was offensive material that went on and the business didn't stop it from happening. So the business gets sued by the person.
Yep.
I do not belong in corporate America. I do. Hey, Lisa.
Well, going back to what Mace said, that's kind of the reason why I corrected him. Like, we got into an argument. I feel like certain words are used way too much for the wrong for what it really is. Like, you guys weren't arguing, so why call it an argument? Argument is more of a, I can't think of the word right now.
It was a debate.
It's
debatable for sure. Yeah,
debate is a better word to use because there's all these words that are being thrown around loosely anymore, and it's like that's not even the situation. That the connotations behind it don't even fit that description.
It's true.
So quit using these words that are triggering people, that are causing. So, I mean, we've kind of dumbed down our vocabulary and we've kind of expanded on our anger and emotions. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So stripper has become an offensive word?
No, that's not what I was saying.
No, it's not offensive. I think that the people that are in the higher powers, they don't want to be put in a position where they have to determine whether or not it was offensive to somebody, or it may be offensive in the future to somebody. Because I mean, look at the lady that sued McDonald's for millions of dollars over spilt coffee that was too hot. I mean, first of all, it's common sense. If you got a hot cup of coffee, be careful. Yeah, if it burns your mouth, blow on it. You can obviously tell the shit's hot. I mean, you got feelings for a reason.
The dad said, learn to deal with it. It's a challenge and a learning curve. Considering what you've done for the last several years, you can do it, son. I know I can do it. So my point is, I'm not going to argue with it. I'm not going to fight it. When they want to pull me, if they want to pull me into an office, I'm going to make sure, look, you're not 6 feet away from me, or I'm going to sue you.
No,
maintain that.
You act humble and gracious.
Oh, thank you, Sensei, for giving me super cheap job and making me get yelled at for not giving customers free cable. I will. Believe me, I will. I know how to put on a game face. I promise. Fucking corporate assholes. Sorry, Dad. I should have forgot. I shouldn't have said it.
We're gonna have to put a swear jar out here.
Eric said, welcome to corporate America. I get in trouble for saying jizz when another female said spooge and was talking about some weird dream or situation.
Whoa.
She said something like his spooge was all over the place, and I said his jizz and got called into HR 10 years ago at Comcast. And then he said my soup was like this stupid, like this is stupid BS. And I was like, well, are you writing up the other person? That's a good point.
Right.
Corporations will always go overboard. Yes. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to shut up and I'm going to do my job.
Gossip is gossip.
That's all there is to it.
That's really all they want you to do. They want you to come in, be quiet, do your job, and leave.
And I'm going to start putting flyers all over the place for FunkShop TV so everybody can tune in after they get home from work and know what I'm really all about.
You need to read the employment manual. I'm sure there's something in there about advertising your businesses.
I'm well aware. Well aware. I'm kidding. You really are the hard-ass manager that nobody wants to work for. I am so glad you're not my supervisor.
some people got in trouble because they had their sons like pepperoni sticks from like what is it? Like Boy
Baseball,
Scouts.
Baseball Little League.
Yeah, candy bars and
Boy
pepperoni
Scouts.
sticks. Yeah, I got.
See, I think it's like 20, in between 20 and 50 feet. You got to be outside off the property to advertise.
See, then, like,
So
it depends on where you
just
work,
step
too.
out just a little bit and then just start throwing them up in the air. And it's like I can't help where the wind takes it. I'm 20 feet off the property.
I mean, I work.
We are only allowed to have one. I can only have one pair of earrings. I can't wear two sets of earrings.
That's
like one set of earrings.
silly. And I dealt with that, like being a
Yeah,
man
they said that
with
we
pierced
can-
ears. You couldn't have
they don't
earrings
care about
as a
facial
guy
jewelry.
for years.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Ma.
Mom said, hey, crew, late to the party again. Hi to the new man on board, the old man, Tippy J. The old man, a.k.a. Tippy J. Dad said they make up a lot of rules as they go because the outset, nobody can think of every issue that might arise initially. But where do we draw the line? That's my point. Like, if somebody says that they're offensive, does that mean we create a new rule? Then eventually nobody's going to be able to say anything at all.
Well, that's
No.
pretty
Where do we
much
draw
what it's
the
all
line?
Turned into now, anyways.
Everybody's going to start carrying around cards and handing them to people so they can tell you what they identify as before you have a conversation. Like, I'm sorry, but I can't keep my mouth from saying she or he.
Felicia, I'm not repeating it. Eric said, even if you're off the property, if it's on paid break, you can still get in trouble. My Comcast experience was off on the public sidewalk smoking, but on break.
Yeah.
You're still on their company time.
Lisa said I missed a lot. I got in trouble at work because I used the word stripper. I said I used to be a stripper, and I got in trouble for saying stripper. That's
You
it.
think it would have gone
Wow.
any farther if people hadn't have kept saying stuff about
Dad
it?
said no line. Culture challenges constantly arise. So we're literally going to get to the point where we're not allowed to socialize at all.
Yep,
Period.
that's exactly what's happening.
America, freedom of speech is getting a chokehold put on it because somebody's feelings are going to be hurt by something. If they don't like the way you look, they're going to find something offensive.
I
Hydrate.
find their
What's
face
that?
offensive.
What's that? What were we talking about like a week ago on one of those posts? And somebody talking about cancel culture. It's like basically impeding on every aspect of life anymore. It's no longer a political thing. It's impeding on relationships, friendships, social interactions. It's like you say one wrong thing, you need to. Everybody's pulling back. Like nope.
Yeah.
don't wanna
Technically,
associate with you.
well, Dad said you got in trouble the third time, right? No, technically I got in trouble the second time because the second time it was said, I wasn't the one that said it. And I didn't even get, it was in front of everybody. He's like, I don't want to hear that word again. We're going to be talked to by HR on the Skype chat with everybody on it. He didn't pull me aside and say, hey, do me a favor. I know it's funny to you, and a
that's
lot of
wrong on
people in
his
class
part,
think
too.
it's funny, but can you not say that word? Because we could end up getting in trouble for it. He threw a hammer at me. He verbally threw a hammer at me.
Well, he's not allowed to actually reprimand you in front of other employees, so that's actually a bad on his part too.
Right. Can I sue him now? Renee, you're the corporate mucky muck that wants everybody to play by the rules. Can I sue him now?
You know what I just keep thinking, and I apologize to your parents, but like
I'd apologize to my parents too.
if someone's talking about a banana hammock, my mind is gonna start thinking about their junk and what it looks like in a banana hammock. And like I don't want that in my head about certain, like most people
Oh,
probably.
you're saying you don't want to picture my fat ass in a banana hammock?
No, not you. No, I'm talking about my work.
Dude, I think we should do a calendar.
you know.
Sexy
Sorry.
dad
FunkShop
bods of the
calendar.
cooth. Yeah.
Francisco said debates, all the stupid ship that I used to put up with when I was manager for a corporate restaurant is absolutely ridiculous. Yes. Lisa said someone's always offended. That's true. Eric said, I remember at Bank of America, one of their harassment classes was about if you look at someone and they didn't like that you looked at their direction, you could get in trouble.
Yeah.
Or if you touch them anywhere but the shoulder. Like if you touch them
If
on
you
their
touch
arm.
them at all.
No, there was
I would-
literally
I won't
if
touch
you
anybody
touch
at
somebody like on their shoulder with like the tips of your fingers or whatever, then they couldn't consider that harassment. But if you grab their arm or put your hand on their arm or anywhere else like waist back on their back, that's considered harassment or being accosted.
Yeah, you
and being
can't touch
harassed.
anybody at all, period.
Yeah.
Eric said, yeah, like I said, be nice and gracious and sue them later. Look, I'm just going to suck it up. I'm gonna paint on a pretty face and put on a smile and be like, yes, I apologize. The environment that I'm used to is completely different. I didn't even consider anybody else's feelings when I said what I said, and I shouldn't have said what I said, and I'm sorry. I'm just not going to speak to anybody from now on. Unless somebody asks.
No, don't say
Last
that.
part in there.
No, I'm not going to say that.
But you know everybody's going to be undressing you with their eyes, wondering if you're wearing a banana hammock.
I'm a sexy mother effer. They already are. I walk around that building and I can feel every single woman's eyes just looking at me like I'm a freaking pork chop. Even the vegetarians are looking at me like I'm a giant squash. Drooling in Nikes. Like, man, I feel it. I feel naked when I leave that building every day.
I was thinking eggplant.
It's a hostile environment, man.
Isn't it the new emoji now?
Man, I feel like just
That almost came out of my nose. That hurt.
I'm visually taken advantage of. It's not fair, I
Do
tell
you
you.
feel like a girl?
Your dad said
What?
you'll
Oh,
get over it.
you say so you feel like a girl? I've never made a girl feel like that. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't look at women like they're a piece of meat.
I think that's definitely a generalized statement.
I look at them
for
like
both
they need to be
genders.
doing the dishes.
Oh, I know it was.
My ex-wife
Shut
wrote a
the-
book on it.
Your parents are in here. Just shut the up.
My parents
No.
know. Both of them are like, oh, Paul. I can
No, I'm
see
just
it.
saying I'm not gonna cuss because of that.
As soon as I get my dad a camera, bro, we're going to teach him how to use Discord so he can be involved in these too. Just so I can see the expression on his face. Like,
Yeah, I'm going to have you help me get set up with that too.
yep. So Dad said maybe after the first time another complaint in private. That's possible. So I'm just gonna tone it down. Like I said, I'm gonna tone it down. I'm gonna water it down. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna collect my paycheck, and I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna talk all the trash I want. Said I love you,
So
but
the FCC gets a hold of you on here.
threatening moves can be scary. I'm not gonna threaten anybody. I will not. He said you'll get over it. I'm expressionless like a turtle. I know your turtle face.
Turtle.
I know.
Am I not turtling up for the turtle club?
Eric said basically it's not about what you say or do, it's about how someone else might interpret that. So it's the one time where how someone else reacts or feels outweighs your intent. Mom said, no, please don't compare yourself to the turtle. Yeah, my dad gets this expression on his face when he's not exactly happy with what he heard come out of one of his kids' mouth, and he looks like a turtle. That's a thing. That's a thing.
It's okay, Dad. Turtles are rock. They're pretty awesome.
Yeah, turtles are awesome.
Especially alligator snapping turtles. They live to be 200 years old.
Okay.
Yeah. I watched this thing on TV the other day
I
about
believe
it.
you.
They get big, like a full-on
I know, Dad. I know.
tortoise, like this big around.
That big, huh?
Yeah.
You're like a little kid.
15
It got that big, Dad. It got
Yeah.
that
Well, I mean,
big.
I'm little, so that's not that big, really.
No, you are little.
But 1,500 pounds of torque crushing power from their beak. So you've got your hand caught in there, you're losing it.
I don't ever.
But can you do their mouse like you do lobster claws? You just put a rubber band over it and be all right.
It'd be better be a strong rubber band.
It's gonna
What
take
were
a
you
lot
gonna
to
say,
keep.
Laraine?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was just right there.
I know. It was
You said,
there.
"Can you,
Isn't that what Harriet the Turtle at the Australian Zoos?
I don't know if
She's
it's a
like
snapping
200
turtle, but it
years
might be
old,
like a
she's
full-grown
huge.
tortoise. Like they have like land tortoises, and then they have like this one's a water spends most of its time in water.
Oh, okay.
But like when the guy pulled it out, its head was literally the size of a football,
Oh, wow.
and the shell was like Ninja Turtle size. You know,
Gotcha.
like huge.
A little bit.
Me and him
He
just
said the guy will outlive him and everybody else that's going to take care of him for like
Hold on.
generations.
Dad said you should have known it goes back to the hardtop days. Yes, that was like the late 80s, early 90s, the turtle face. Eric said something that killed chat faster than tech talk was biology talk. If we get too smart about anything, everybody shuts up.
Until you put two turtles humping up there.
No.
I'm just saying, like that's completely.
See, how come he can think about two turtles humping, but you can't think about me in a banana hammock?
Hey, we've all been
Dad
to the
said I
zoo.
used to think so too till I saw Mitch McConnell. Yes, Mitch McConnell has the worst turtle face ever. And that little pointed lip that he's got looks exactly like a turtle beak. Felicia said no humping turtles, no banana hammocks. I'm setting this boundary.
How about them bears?
If we can't have turtles, humping, or banana hammocks, we definitely do not need the Chicago Bears.
Hey, if Tom Green can hump a dead moose.
The Bears.
Eric said melon holders. Okay. So, as everybody can see on my screen, there is a R.I.P. Kevin Peterson Jr. was gunned down in Hazeldale last night, and I don't want to get into semantics. I don't want to get into whether or not he deserved to be killed, because in my opinion, nobody ever deserves to be killed by being shot in the back 11 times. Ever.
No.
Ever. Now, were the police justified? If he did pull his gun out and he fired towards cops, the cops should have fired back. But multiple cops shooting him 11 times in the back, absolutely disgustingly excessive. Kevin E. Peterson Jr., a 21-year-old black man from Camas, has been identified as the man shot and killed Thursday evening by Clark County Sheriff's deputies on Northeast Highway 99 in Hazeldale. The man's name and condition were withheld by authorities until Friday afternoon, but his father told the Oregonian newspaper his name earlier in the day. The younger Peterson's girlfriend, Olivia Celto, separately confirmed his identity and that he had died at the scene of the shooting. The shooting, which prompted an early morning demonstration by a group of protesters in support of Black Lives, occurred shortly before 6 p.m. in the parking lot at U.S. Bank branch on Highway 99. The branch has been closed for months because of the pandemic and is slated for permanent closure. Clark County Sheriff Chuck Atkins said at a press conference Friday afternoon that the incident began as detectives from the Clark/Vancouver Drug Task Force were conducting a narcotics investigation in the area. A foot pursuit ensued where deputies from the Clark County Sheriff's Office were chasing a man with a firearm, Atkins said. The information I have is that upon entering the parking lot of a bank, the man reportedly fired his weapon at the deputies. The deputies returned fire and the subject was tragically killed. It is my understanding that the man's firearm was observed at the scene. Now, there are a lot of supposed and apparent eyewitness reports going down all over Facebook. People saying that they were there, they saw it go down, they saw what happened, and their eyewitness reports are saying that he didn't even have a firearm. Police
Yeah, they had his hand in his pocket.
He had his hand in his pocket as he was running away. Yeah. That's what is being.
That's one of my really close brother's cousin. Like, it's actually super close to home.
Right.
And I didn't even think nothing of it, like when we were talking about it last night and whatnot. And then after we got off the stream and I got on Facebook, I seen all kinds of messages from my brother, and it really tore through everybody. Like, they're so in shock right now because he wasn't carrying anything, dude. He didn't have anything on him.
Yeah.
So, Mom, she just said, I've been watching the live feeds from Hazeldale. It's a horrible mess, and there's a huge Proud Boys turnout on one side of the street.
Oh, Jesus.
For what? These guys can't mourn their family member and their loved ones in peace?
Everybody always has to make something more than it is.
Why do the Proud Boys have to be there? I know some Proud Boys, man. What are you doing?
Just to get attention. It's all about the attention. Everybody craves it right now. I mean, everybody's turned to social media and digital communication to have effective relationships with people in the world, because they're not allowed to be more than 6 feet away from everybody. You know, it's like, it's pushing everybody away from each other, and it's causing people to think irrational.
Eric says, one says he had his hand in his pockets, but his girlfriend said he was FaceTiming with her as he was running and while he was shot. Are those recorded anywhere? Could you imagine that? Imagine FaceTiming with your significant other as they're running away from the police, and you see him fall because he got shot in the back.
That's 2 losses in my life in the past week, bro. Like, crazy.
Mom said a very huge turnout, complete with their assault-style weapons and the Trump 2020 flags on their trucks circling the parking lot that they're staged in. Just being assholes. Exercising their freedom of speech, but I can't say banana hammock or stripper in a corporate environment.
Is that why there's a banana peel over here?
No, that was part of my dinner. Okay.
He was trying to make a hamburger.
I had noodles and banana for dinner. Okay. Sorry, I didn't throw away my banana peel.
I was just trying to lighten the mood just a little bit.
O'Doyle rules.
Right?
Eric said no connection, so nothing affects people, or it affects people too much because social media is our only main connection right now. That's true.
It is.
Felicia said, I really hope not. That would be heartbreaking for the girlfriend. Mom said, not live screen, saved the screen. She saved the screenshot?
Whoa. That's pretty intense. Like, and that being the last image that she gets to see of him before that happens, like that's gonna stick with her for a while. I can't imagine being in her position or her family's position right now. It's terrible.
You have a friend that's at the thing right now.
Yeah, I've seen numerous pictures. They're all over the place. Man.
The hard part is that there's so many people out there that really do genuinely care, and they want to be supportive of everything that's going on with the Black Lives Matters, with the prides, with everything that's going on with all this election stuff. But then there's so many people out there that take this as an opportunity to capitalize on getting their face shown or being seen or making some kind of a negative impact towards something positive, because people feed on negativity as entertainment anymore these days, and it's terrible. Like,
Right.
I would rather watch a bunch of dogs playing with like little kittens and puppies and stuff for Make My Happy Day than watching some dude beat the crap out of some guy in a bum fight, and then there's 3 guys videotaping it when one guy gets his ass beat and they don't even try to help him, and it's funny and it gets 1 million hits on YouTube. Like, what is this world coming to? It's sickening.
Well, out in the Colombian Facebook, the Colombian posted an article on their Facebook page of like the vigil, the fence where the signs are up and stuff.
Did they take it down?
No, this article's still up. It's got 274 reactions to it. You know, the hearts, the whatever. 33 smiles. 33 people reacted to it. So I commented on it. Why would anyone laugh at this post? People think it's funny. And there are numerous replies because apparently it's funny that a kid died. I don't know. Sounds like a bunch of psychos to me. I agree with that, but there's other ones. So what if he killed a cop by shooting at them? Would you feel sorry for the cop's family? If a cop got shot in the back 11 times while he's running away to try to protect himself, absolutely I would feel bad for that cop's family. Absolutely. But the difference is a cop knows what he's doing when he puts on his uniform and his badge. He knows what he could possibly be facing every single day. And 3 cops gunned this man down in the back, shot him 11 times. 15 shots, 11 hit him. That's the difference.
So either that they're really cutting back on their budgets for police training and their firearms certifications, and they can't hit the broadside of a fucking barn. Excuse my French, but
another person tagged me and said, "Obey the law." What does obeying the law have to do with whether or not people are laughing at this tragedy? I didn't say whether or not he deserved to be shot even. But the fact that people think it's funny that a man was gunned down in the back?
Plus there's non-lethal ways of doing it.
Why no, but let me finish the point. The fact that just people in our own community are laughing at this, thinking it's funny. That's the point that I was trying to make. Why? It is sick to think that something like this is funny. The semantics don't even matter in this particular instance. The fact that people think it's fucking funny.
Well, there's nothing funny about anybody dying.
And why is it people are, obey the law? That has nothing to do with whether or not people should find this a funny or a tragic situation. Another person says, nobody needs to shoot at the cops, now do they? Did I say anywhere in my comment, maybe he deserved to get shot or he shot first? No. Nobody needs to shoot at the cops, now do they? What does that have to do with whether or not people are laughing at this post?
Nothing.
Nothing. Another comment says, unfortunately, the police have to follow the same guidelines for using a taser as a gun, so I don't blame them for using a gun if they're being shot at. Barbara K., you effing disgust me. I don't know who you are, but I am ashamed to be part of the same community that you are. This is the kind of mentality that we have. And this is probably wrong of me to say, but I'm going to say it anyways. Probably every single person that's condoning this is a Trump voter. This is how big our political divide has become. This is how disgusting our country has become. And if you ask any of these people to their face if they're racist, they're going to say no. But if they're hanging out at their little barbecues in their backyard, laughing at everybody that goes to the store to wear a mask, if they see a black person with a mask, I bet they think different about them. They're going to think way different about them than a white person. The racism in this country still exists. It's absolutely abhorrent. And the fact that people laugh, and whether or not the dude deserved to die, it shouldn't even matter. Whether or not the cops were justified, it shouldn't even matter. The fact that people are laughing at people that are mourning, period, is horrid. Absolutely horrid. Sorry, had to get that off my chest because it's been pissing me off for hours. And Ryan, I completely agree with you that the fact that there's non-lethal ways they could have used. Who knows?
I don't understand why they even have non-lethal options if they're never going to use them. Like in all these situations you ever hear all these past years and years and years, it's like every time it's like this person was shot. Why did you not take the precautions? Why did you not take the steps before you had to get lethal? You know what I mean? Now if you're getting shot at, I understand. You got to do as quick as you can and neutralize the threat. But if there's no shootings involved, if you think he has a gun but he hasn't pulled the gun and hasn't shot it, or you think he has this, then that's when you back off and you take the precautions using the non-lethal, approach. But they don't ever try it. They don't ever do it. They're like, "Oh, it's a chance to use my freaking weapon. Let's go!"
The homeless crazy guy that was gunned down in off Fourth Plane.
Yep.
He had a lead pipe in his hand, but he was more than 10 feet away from any officer that pulled the trigger. But there were 3 officers that shot him.
They also claim that he was throwing pieces of rebar at him. So
I watched the whole video.
That still doesn't mean
that's not lethal.
It doesn't mean that they should have shot him. They should have used a non-lethal method. There's plenty of. They save that shit for riots. Beanbags to the face and things like that. They don't use
responded non-lethal.
Well, yeah, and not only that,
stupid.
if he threw a piece of rebar at them, okay, if you really feel like that next pipe or the next piece of rebar, whatever he has in his hand, might threaten your life.
No, there's no excuse for it.
Shoot him in the leg and put him on the effing ground.
If you look all across the United States on every police-related shooting and you look at it, it's every single one. I would say 95% giving at least 5% benefit of the doubt for a clean shoot. That something doesn't add up. Body cam got turned off on accident, or whatever the excuse is, and these cops aren't getting reprimanded like they should be.
And that's another point that I wanted to get to. That's absolutely correct. The chief, Clark County Sheriff's chief, released a statement today and said he's still waiting on the details like everybody else is, right? And this has to have a full investigation. Who's investigating it? Everybody that's going to...
I think the Camas PD is what I heard last.
Battleground.
Investigating it.
Battleground
This
is?
happened in Hazel.
Wait, why?
This happened in Hazel, though, but
So they just pick out of a hat who's going to pick it out?
An outside jurisdiction has to do the investigation. Why is it people behind badges in the first place?
Yeah.
Why isn't there an independent committee that does these investigations? Why are all officer-involved shootings being investigated by cops?
Yeah, they all
Especially
know
when
each other.
VPD is a private entity that's hired by the city of
When a drug dealer
Vancouver.
gets busted, do they have drug dealers defend him in court? When strippers get in trouble at work, the strippers come and back up that stripper?
No, they wear banana hammocks.
And carry
Bro, I've seen some strippers beat some dudes up for other strippers.
I have too. That's true. That's true. Melissa said the ignorance is so real and blunt these days, it makes me sick. It makes me not want to go out in public. It makes me never want to DJ again. It makes me just want to go to work, do my job, come home, talk to you guys, go to bed, rinse, wash, and repeat the next day.
I feel you on that because, literally, my life lately has been
Can I have that green bottle?
socializing on here. When I'm playing on my PlayStation or I'm gaming or whatever, talking to whoever I'm talking to in Canada or Wisconsin or wherever. And, that has become most of my social elements in my life lately with all this COVID crap. And I think a lot of people are starting to resort that way. But then when you get out in the general public or you're an essential worker, mad props to all you essential workers out there. You're put out in the general public. They just posted in Columbia and 3 Vancouver police officers just tested positive for COVID. I mean, what part of news is important to pay attention to? What part do you just disregard? Because it's just all negative bullshit, and there's nothing good coming out of anything that's happening anymore. Because nobody focuses on the good shit; they just want to focus on the bad.
Well, Eric just said, yeah, she saw him fall. Talking about Kevin's girlfriend, she saw him fall to the ground and asked him if he was okay, and kept saying, "I love you, I love you." It was 9 minutes FaceTime, and after the cops unloaded on him, it took them several minutes for them to even check on him.
Jesus. Well, that's gonna.
They knew they killed him. They knew that he was dead. They probably looked at each other and said, "Well, which one of us are going to admit we pulled the triggers?" I don't know. I hate the fact, because I know some Clark County sheriffs, and I know there's so many times Clark County sheriffs that I don't know have been so respectful, and I've seen them go above and beyond to treat people in a manner, even when they didn't need to, when they didn't have to show respect. They have. So I know there are some damn good Clark County sheriffs out there.
There are, and I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm not, and this is not at all trying to, take from them at all, but I've had some really good experiences with a lot of the police, and I don't know if it's because I'm white, or had it been different if I wasn't white, but in the same light, though, I've had some really bad experiences with the police, and I'm white.
Right.
So, I mean, there's good ones out there, and I would never take that, you know what I mean? But just like the old saying goes, one bad apple, you know what I mean, spoils the bunch, right? Is that how it goes?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah.
One bad apple ruins the whole tree.
Ruins the whole tree. There you go. You know what I mean? And so they get categorized, and that's kind of what's I mean, not to get too into it, but that's what happened to, you know, the African race. The majority of their life here in America is
right.
You know, one bad apple. Now all of a sudden they've been labeled for life. You know, and then you know.
My pop said, imagine cops have the power of life or death, often without consequence. And that's exactly, they don't have consequence. Right? What happened to the guy that killed George Floyd?
I responded to him when he said that, and I was like, it went from protect and serve to self-preservation.
Yeah.
You know
yeah,
I mean?
I'm seeing that now. I'm trying to catch up on chat, so I'm way behind. Eric said it could be because of the vigilant protests. I've seen a lot of people react to those events over the last few months, not specifically that someone died. It doesn't matter what they're laughing at, man. The fact that they're laughing, it's just disgusting. But like I said, most people these days, there's no emotional connection to things like this unless it happens to someone they care about. Yes. Our society in general has become so selfish, and that doesn't necessarily even mean, it's not even about what side of the fence you're on politically. We have forgotten to look out for humanity. Partially because we're not allowed to. We have to keep our distancing, and we can't be social. We're living in a scary time, man. It's not getting any prettier. Eric said, where did Renee go? She said she had to go take care of some mom stuff, and she was going to be back. Felicia said, yeah, I don't care what anyone does. People should be allowed to mourn in peace. I absolutely agree.
That's for sure.
Eric said in this case they didn't use any non-lethal, but other times they have used non-lethal and it didn't work. What do you mean by that?
It was one guy.
Yeah, it was one
person. And how many cops were there shooting, or how many cops were there present? You figure there's probably at least 5 to 7 police officers present while he was being shot, and he's one man. He didn't have a whole posse with him.
Even if he had a gun, if the cops would have shot him with a non-lethal, okay, maybe he would have fired back. But guess what? You're wearing a badge, and that's what you've been trained to deal with.
Tear gas and a beanbag will decapacitate somebody enough to get them on their hands or get them down and get them cuffed. You don't have to take someone's life. Like,
for a memorial vigil to have counter-protesters, what kind of person are you if you're counter-protesting somebody's memorial vigil?
A terrible one.
Anti-American, in my opinion.
Terrorist. But all these guys have their Trump flags and their Proud Boy t-shirts on, and like I said, man, I know some Proud Boys, and there's some Proud Boys that have always been absolutely respectful to me. But that's disgusting. I don't care who you are. That's disgusting. Mom said amen to that. Memorial vigils do not require counter-protesters. Eric said cops are trained that any weapon can be lethal.
No, they're not. There's all kinds of other training and stuff like that. There's other ways they could have, but without knowing 100% of everything that happened from beginning to end, there's not any way that we're going to know until all of it's put out there. So there's something that may have happened earlier in the beginning of it that we don't know about, that the officers felt more threatened by him. We don't know.
Right. And there absolutely could be.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see what happens when the autopsy report comes out.
Right.
You know, if he took 2 bullets in the chest and, you know,
4 or 5 in the leg and something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could have been. There's so many variables in that.
Right.
I tend to stay out. I have a lot of friends in law enforcement and everything else, so I tend to stay out of a lot of conversation about that. Did the guy deserve to die? Probably not. And I 100% agree. There's no reason for protesting or anything else there. Like, that's all BS. Let the family do what they got to do. Let the people, understand somebody died. That's never good, ever.
Dad said, how did Battleground get the call? This is just stuff that I've heard and stuff that I've read that I'm passing on. But it looks like somebody answered. Oh, Mom said Camas Police is investigating. Battleground will do the reporting.
See, what I say? Listen to me.
Man, don't get... Bro.
Bruh.
Don't make me mute you.
Each department, though, does have an internal affairs, which should be the ones that are actually investigating. They're not...
Most internal affairs investigators...
They have been officers at some point, but they are a lot more... supposed to be a lot more harsh on the officers than what they are. That's why they have the police unions and stuff, too, because they can call their union rep to be present when they're being investigated by internal affairs. Again, there's so many variables and different things, but
if Camas is doing the investigating, why isn't Camas reporting their investigation? Why does they have to do the investigation, hand the investigation to Battleground, so Battleground can tell the third-party story?
Personally, I don't think either Camas or Battleground should be doing it. It should be a county that is not anywhere near close to us to do it.
I believe, don't pull Cowlitz
especially
into it.
those 2 counties, knowing the
Skamania,
history.
they're going to have to dig deep.
Yeah.
Skamania is going to be like, a black guy died, he
Get
deserved
King
it.
County up here, something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I was
but
gonna say, those 2 counties especially are not, or those 2 areas are probably...
Eric said it's the
not
training
the
that
best
needs
of
to be revamped. They are trained to shoot to kill on any lethal threat, but their definition of lethal threat can be any weapon that the officer feels could injure them, someone else, or kill them. I agree. The training is... But the whole system needs to be revamped. Everything... this whole country needs to be flipped upside down.
Did you ever watch the TV show Designated Survivor?
I have not.
Oh, man.
Eric said they said it was an independent entity that was investigating. We did vote for an independent civilian review board here in Portland.
That's Portland. We're not Portland.
Eric said, voting now. We'll see on election day. Yeah.
I think to your question, Paul, as to why Camas investigates and Battleground reports, although I don't agree with it as well as you guys don't. I think the reason why is just to have more hands on it, to make sure that there isn't any type of tampering with anything. So an outside entity is investigating, and they send it off to another party to make sure that they review the report and make sure there's their investigation is investigated, and then they report it.
No, I understand. I understand their logic of the why. I get their logic of the why, but it still does not make any ethical sense to me.
No, not at all. I agree.
He's voicing his opinion.
Yeah. The doggy's mad too.
You tell him.
Mom said that is true, Laraine. We don't know. Too many conflicting eyewitness reports.
And that's
Pop said all of it may never be put out there, i.e. Breonna Taylor. I don't think we'll ever know the truth.
No. That I have some friends who are military investigators, and
unless some security footage from like a business nearby caught everything, we're not going to know the truth. Eric said, I have a lot of friends and family in law enforcement. I don't disrespect law enforcement. I disrespect bad cops.
Yeah. That's actually I was getting.
Don't put on a badge don't put on a badge if you're not prepared to deal with what comes with it.
My grandpa back in the day was actually deputy sheriff to the Clark County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
And he headed that for a while. I think like 6-7 years. So I've been raised to try to respect police as much as possible. But with the way life has been evolving and the way everything's been turning out, I'm losing a lot of respect real quick.
Why don't we have a state commission that's set aside or that's built for investigating things like this? Why don't we have a team of independent forensic scientists that's formed to glue the pieces together? People that didn't wear a badge. What up, Dan?
I might go quiet for a little bit.
Okay.
Sleeper cell.
Eric said, "Yeah, it should be an
Did you just say super?
I said sleeper cell.
Oh,
I mean, you already. I don't know why I didn't change the cam. You already turned off your camera.
Well, I was gonna turn it back on, but my buddy just showed up real quick. So
Hey, look, it's
what?
it's nothing.
Yeah, say something, bro. Nolyn, why are you yawning?
It's my twin.
Huh?
I just got you yawning on camera.
I know. It's been a long day. Ryan's been up since like 5 in the morning.
Damn. Pop said a few years ago the Supreme Court said the U.S. doesn't have a race problem. Well, it's really going to say the U.S. doesn't have a race problem now. The Supreme Court is severely tilted.
Is that why the Supreme Court now feels that they have for a few years as far as under the Second Amendment rights, but feel that it's necessary to carry high-powered firearms with them at all times while they're on the bench? Like that, they actually have a gun by Taurus called the Judge that will load.
You sure that's not a rumor?
No, I swear to God, Supreme Court judges are allowed to carry these in the courtroom because of attacks that have happened in the past in the courtrooms or whatever. But this is a 6-round revolver that shoots a 45 long Colt or a 410 shotgun round out of it. My dad's got one, and it's called the Judge
is,
for that reason, because Supreme Court judges actually carry them on them while they're at bench. Because
so you're telling me, like, if I go in on traffic violation, there's a judge sitting back there with a gun?
Well, it's probably not a Supreme Court judge that you're sitting on a traffic violation. If you're out for first degree murder or something like that, yeah, you're going to have a Supreme Court judge that's going to be armed to his teeth. Because it's the world we live in now. And it's acceptable for them to do these kind of things.
How long has it been like that?
I'm pretty sure it's been like that for a few years. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to look it up again, but my dad was telling the story when he bought that gun.
I'm going to call bullshit.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, only because I will never ever believe that a judge like Ruth Bader Ginsburg packed a revolver behind.
It's not a requirement, but it's being allowed. Like, look, there's states that are allowing teachers to carry handguns in class. What's the difference?
They're in Toppenish High School. The principal's the one that has the gun, and he said there was 6 other people armed in the school, but they weren't going to say anything.
The difference is those schools do not have armed security checking people as they come in the door with metal detectors.
Toppenish?
My daughter's school.
But didn't we say earlier a weapon?
They have armed security checking everybody when they come in the school?
They have the metal detectors and stuff that they with the handheld ones.
Is it is it a government building?
No.
That's a courthouse is a completely different environment than a school.
No, I'm just saying that's why Toppenish is like gang. Everybody's there's in a gang.
And wasn't there a cop or a teacher that accidentally discharged their firearm in class last year?
I don't remember.
All I'm saying is that they're making probably poor choices on what they consider to be safe or not, and not all weapons are metal. So you don't necessarily, you could be faced with a lot of different kinds of threats that may require that kind of lethal enforcement. And if you're protecting someone else's children or protecting someone else's life, then that might be that there's something that they're rendering there. I don't know. But
the article on NPR.org from March 14th, 2018, the headline is Gun Trained Teacher Accidentally Shoots Gun in California High School Classroom. A high school teacher, a reserve police officer, accidentally discharged his gun during a lesson at Seaside High School in Seaside, California. The incident occurred in the amidst of a national conversation about arming teachers that stemmed from a mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, which left 17 people dead. So it was right after that kid went into the Florida school and shot those people that he decided to arm himself. And he accidentally fired his weapon in class. And he's a reserve cop.
Let's put quotations around the word accidentally, because he's a reserve officer, so he has gun training.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He knows how to keep his stuff on safety. He knows, you know what I mean?
Now, hold on. Further down, I'm skipping some of the article, but It says the teacher accidentally discharged his firearm during a lesson while it was pointed at the ceiling. Debris from the ceiling then fell.
Reach for the sky.
But how?
It wasn't a two-story.
Okay,
in another
I'm sure
classroom
everybody's
above them.
here has been around guns, seen guns, had guns, held a gun, and there is pressure sensitivity on a trigger. It doesn't just accidentally slip down. So he had to put significant pressure on that trigger.
Plus, he had the safety off. He should never had the safety off inside.
That too. Amen.
Look at the guy
in the chamber, obviously.
3 days, 2 or 3 days ago over in Portland,
But-
the guy shot through the floor while I was cleaning his gun and put a bullet through some little kid's bed while he was cleaning his gun because he didn't clear the chamber to make sure that there was no round in there before he started cleaning his gun.
Riddle me this, Batman.
That's dumb.
How many cops have you ever seen position their firearm while they're carrying it in an upward pointed position?
Never.
So how did this firearm accidentally discharge while it was pointed at the ceiling and debris from the ceiling then fell?
It's about as accidental as a wet fart.
And hey, Mace.
Yo.
Go ahead and clown on me though. Back when this happened in my own house, but I was actually cleaning a 45, and I accidentally discharged because I didn't clear the chamber, but I had it pointed at the ground.
Yeah, that's good. This dude was in a second-story apartment when he did it, and there was a little girl's bedroom down below.
I mean, had
Like,
the circumstances
didn't
been
even
different,
think about
you know
that.
what I mean? Had
But
the
you're right, it can
circumstances
happen.
been different, and I could have been living somewhere else. It can happen because what I was doing is I was checking the tension on my trigger to make sure
Yeah.
you know, I keep it locked away,
No,
and everything else, but
I
just
get
in
it,
case
bro.
my kid happened to
You
get
know
a
what?
hold of the key.
Some of the firearms you have to pull the trigger and it has to be engaged before you can release the pin to take the top part of it off to clean it.
Exactly.
Glocks are
And
notorious
so-
for that.
I absolutely understand that, but a reserve police officer who is also a school teacher is not going to accidentally put a bullet in the ceiling.
Right.
So he was showing off?
I don't care what.
No,
the
I
situation
just had to say something about what Mace was talking about because I kind of felt, attacked right there. He's like, man, that's stupid. I was like, hold on. I was cleaning once.
No.
Thankfully, I was in my own house, but I was checking the tension on my trigger, to make sure just in case anybody got on it, I wanted to make sure it wasn't loose. And I let it off inside the house because I thought I cleared the chamber, but I didn't.
See, I'll be the first to admit that my firearm in my home, where it's kept safely, is loaded. It's not engaged. There's no round in the chamber. I have to still engage that round, and I won't engage that round unless there's reason to do that. Then that way I know for a fact when I take that gun out of my home, the first thing I'm going to do is drop my clip out of it, and I'm going to check that chamber before I even remove it to take it anywhere. So, yeah, that's just nonsense. He must have been like either drunk or high or just trying to show off, Like,
yeah, I definitely learned my lesson that day, though. I
bet. Made you piss yourself a little, huh?
Catching up, Eric said, my comment was to Laraine about having friends, but I agree not all cops are bad, but also that it's just as bad but also that it's not just the bad cops, but the ones who cover up for them that are bad too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And yes, Lisa, thank you, Lisa, for the puppy comment.
Felicia said, so I don't know why I read Nolan's name backwards, but I swore Paul typed nylon, and I was like, what the heck? Goodness, I need sleep, I think.
Everybody does that with my name.
And then it says Nylon Biggz.
Yeah.
Mace
I
Laraine.
think that's where some of the moral, gray areas come into play. Is what she was saying about, where even some of the good cops, cover for the ones that are bad. Like that's my friend. What do I do? And in a panic, they cover for him when they shouldn't.
So when I was younger, I was at my buddy's house, and he's got these two obnoxious sisters, like most buddies did back in the day, that would always get, they always wanted to be up in our business when we were all hanging out. And one of the younger sisters went in mom's room and pulled out, she had a Desert Eagle, a mini Desert Eagle, I guess. So
what?
It's still a 50 cal, but it's not like a full barrel, like long barrel, but it's a shorter barrel. Anyways, mom had this Desert Eagle, and little sis walks out with it. She dropped it on the table, and it just shot. And the bullet went flying right past my buddy's head, about 3 inches from his ear, and put a hole through the wall, went through the wall into the bedroom, went through the other wall, and went out of the house. She had hollow points in there. And my buddy, he's sitting there. He's literally in like catatonic or whatever, not moving at all. frozen for at least 15 minutes. We thought like he actually got shot. And he said his ear ringed for about a good, I don't know, week and a half. Couldn't hear barely anything out of it after it went off. Shattered the glass table that it landed on. Mom comes home. First thing she does is jumps down on my buddy's throat for it. And little Sits gets away with it, you know. And it's like, you know what? I learned a lesson a long time ago. If you're going to put guns in the house, put them where your kids, A, can't get them. B, lock them up. Don't give them the combination. Put a lock on your gun. Keep the ammunition separate from the gun. You know, there's a lot of things you can do to keep it safe, but just don't do stupid shit like that. Like, that's just...
If it was
You're
a
asking
50
for
cal,
trouble.
it wasn't a Baby Desert Eagle. It had to have been a 45 because that's Baby Desert is a 45 ACP.
All I know is that it was loud when it went off, and it made a big ass hole in the wall, and it could have made a big hole in his face,
Right.
like literally 3 inches from
scary.
his ear when he was sitting on the couch.
That's so scary.
And she laughed about it.
There is a 50 cal AE Desert Eagle.
Yeah.
But the AE is still a long barrel. It's not a short.
Yeah, it's not a short.
Okay, then it had to be the one you're talking about, the 45. All I know is it was big to me.
45
And it
ACP
looked,
is the closest thing. It's called the Baby Eagle.
it put like a fist size hole in the wall.
Oh, I'm sure.
Jeez.
It was
So it's a
crazy.
50 cal.
Yeah. So yeah, that that's stupid. And my kids never, when they were old enough to touch a gun, I taught them proper safety. In fact, they won't even shoot a gun until they go through hunter safety course. You know,
Yeah, that's
I
good.
think everybody should go through that.
There's a 50 cal Glock that's not that big.
That's just too much. Honestly, you're rich if you got a 50 cal Glock because ammo is not cheap for those. You know, like I got a 9. The rounds for that are not that cheap either. But man, when I had my 45, go shooting on a weekend, you could drop $300 or $400 easy.
Yeah. So Dad said share and tell regarding the cop that accidentally shot a hole in the ceiling while he was teaching his class. Share and
Check it out. Another subscriber.
Hey!
Thanks for
Dad
subscribing
coming
to
through with a
FunkShop
subscription.
TV. FunkShop TV. FunkShop TV.
Good looking out, Pops. Oh, Mom gifted it to Dad. Hey.
Oh,
Appreciate the support. I appreciate
good
it.
looking out, Mom.
Now you both can use the FunkShop emojis.
Lorraine's not allowed to go to the bathroom again.
Huh?
So Lorraine's not allowed to go to the bathroom again.
Oh, because she's sad.
Man, you know what? I wish it was Friday for me like it was everybody else because I need a break.
Man, I'm telling you right now. Will you work tomorrow?
Yeah.
Till when?
I work Tuesday through Saturday.
Till 5:30.
Yeah.
So do we figure out what we're doing tomorrow?
I have no idea.
Want to talk about this off camera?
Yeah, I have no idea what I want to do tomorrow. Dad said thanks. What does it mean? It means that you get to use the cool little FunkShop emoji that you see above your name there. Our subscribers also put a few bucks in our channel, so it definitely helps us out, helps pay some bills. And as you can see that green bar in the middle of the screen, it says one chip challenge and it's 83. Well, it's down to the wire and I got to fix that, but we're not going to hit 100, thankfully, because if that green bar filled up and it hit 100, I would have to do the one chip challenge live on cam.
Which we're still doing, just not right away.
I'm
gonna bring my ulcer with me.
I am not ready for this, but it's gonna be a thing. I'm definitely
So who's all doing that with you?
I'm getting down on it.
Yeah,
I heard you were trying to get
Not
four
me.
chips the other day.
So Safeway sold out of them quick. I should have bought at least 1 or 2 of those when they
Dad
had them
said,
for
so what's the one
$5.99.
chip challenge? So this one chip challenge, Dad. It is a horrible
Hey, can you
idea.
put it
I
up
know
on
you
the
was
screen
doing
so we
it,
can see
Duane.
what the coffin looks like?
Yeah.
I was just
I
seeing
sent
if
you
you
a picture
remembered if
one
I
the
said
other
I'd do it.
Dad, this
I don't
chip
know, I'm
comes in
starting
a
to have second
coffin.
thoughts.
I want them just for the coffin.
You just want the,
It comes one chip in a coffin box. Amazon sells this one chip for $19.99 with free shipping if you have Prime.
My kitchen manager got one at Plaid Pantry in Salem for, I think he said 16.
$6,
is what he-
right? Safeway has them for $5.99.
Yeah.
So don't buy it on Amazon. They're ripping you off. It's the same chip. But man, they're making a killing on that. One chip.
Also, there's this mini pig, and I really want it. Not like I have room for it, but I want it.
Dude, somebody bought the URL onechipchallenge.com And it's redirecting to One Chip Challenge at Sydney's Pub, presented by Where to Eat 239.
Oh, they are so smart.
Woo!
That's class right there. They deserve a medal for that one.
Yes.
That's truly genius.
Come on.
All right, Dad, we're going to show you what the One Chip Challenge is.
The chips are for a farewell tribute to your taste buds.
There's this one like dainty dude with a Texas accent that
That's it.
That's a teaser.
We can order it for $6.99 from the website itself. Rumble with the Reaper Collector's Pack, online exclusive for $150.
How many chips?
I don't know.
That's gotta be at
It
least.
says 20? Oh no, that's 2020. So it has one chip. It has the Collector's Pack box. It has a T-shirt. Has the Spice Heads Extreme Variety Pack of 5 one chip challenge plus 5 one chip challenges. Oh no, these are different things you can order.
Those are different types of chips. So you get different flavors of what the company gives you. Plus
So there's a 24 pack, 24 times 7 ounce bags plus 5 one chip challenges.
I don't know. I think it's still overpriced
They got
for one damn
the-
chip.
That's $99. I'm not getting all that.
They got a single 21 ounce for $6.99 on that site right now.
Yeah.
$60 for 10.
Oh, here we go.
No. Here you go.
it's black.
Down the hatch.
Listen to that crunch. Carolina Reaper is a creeper.
That's an interesting flavor. Smells like regret.
This is where his taste buds are jumping shit.
Good corn. Tortilla-ness.
Good corn tortilla-ness.
Okay.
Is this guy feeling it?
Hot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
It's one of those that sneak up
No.
on you.
It's doable. Oh, there comes my face.
You said, "Oh, there comes my face."
Definitely comes in waves. There goes the tongue. No. There you go.
D, another one?
No, I just made it full screen.
That's an interesting flavor.
So when are we going to start the
Smells like
2-chip
regret.
challenge?
Right?
Good corn. Tortilla-ness.
Get up here. Come on. Would you
Eric
want-
said you got to do the catfish
Okay.
coulis one. Oh yeah. Okay.
Hot. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You know. It's doable. Oh, there comes my face. Definitely comes in waves. There goes the tongue. Now I can feel it on my face. All right. That was fun.
Cigar can do this.
Thanks for the cheer.
Hey, good looking out.
Rainey's so calm.
Definitely spicy. But champion. All right. Until the next time. Bye.
That was
Wow,
pretty
that
Wow.
is the calmest I've
Wait,
ever seen anybody.
way to build it up. Like
I
that
think he
was-
might have been faking.
Yeah, he went and like puked after he got off camera.
Yeah, he didn't wait too long before he.
What's going on, guys? Robbie here, and how would you like to learn how to make $1,000 a day online with no email?
Well, howdy, world. How the
Yes,
hell
I
you doing?
love this guy.
Thanks for the cheer.
Pocky one chip challenge here made out of the famous Carolina Reapers. And we seen how that went one time whenever I ate the whole Carolina Reapers. It was pretty bad shit.
Yeah.
I've heard these are pretty hot as well, but we're going to check them out. Here they are in their little coffin boxes. 2 separate chips.
So
Here's
there's
the
2
first
chips
chip
in
here.
one box?
Yeah,
There's one
everything-
chip.
My God, it's
Yeah,
a
he's
powder
got 2
on
of
that thing.
Yeah, he just said he had.
Other
Oh, I
chip
thought he had
here.
2 boxes at the beginning there. Okay.
He might have the last year's one though. This might have been the 2019.
Damn, just opening my lips got hot.
The box looks a little different.
Come here. 2 chips.
Because the new box is
And to
black
spice
and
it
red.
up a
Those
little
are
bit
full red.
more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put some Louisiana hot sauce on these sons of bitches.
Oh my God.
Mmm.
What are you doing?
Oh, damn it.
What are you doing?
See how they go, boys.
Yeah, that's what he is. Come on, get up here, you little shit. Stop.
Oh my God, this is the this. Is
Man. Oh.
cracks me up.
Hey, a little warm.
A little warm.
Hey, a little warm.
His face is beet red.
Yeah.
Get a little warmer. Oh, man. Man. Oh, let's read on these fuckers. Damn it. Think you can handle the heat? This chip in the box is made with the hottest chili pepper on the planet. Carolina Reaper. Created for the sheer pleasure of intense heat and pain. Well, y'all done a good job on that, fuckers, didn't you? Subject can't expect short-term losses of speech. Woo, I'm still talking, Adam. Followed by extreme profanity. Shit. Ooh. Heavy breathing. Enhanced sinus functions. And impaired vision from heat-induced tears. Oh, my God.
And he
Oh,
ate
I ain't gonna lie, right off the bat.
He covered it with
I was like, this son of a bitch ain't gonna be bad at all. It just keeps getting so hot. It's so fucking hot. Oh. Oh, man. Ooh. Oh, my fucking ass. Shit ass. I don't even think I've been quite 2 minutes yet. I think this shit's supposed to burn up to like 10 minutes. Oh, man. Oh. Whoo. It's so hot. She thinks this shit's funny. Oh. Fucking fuck. Oh my God, these some bitches hot. I'm glad I didn't eat one. Oh my God. Whoo, well, I tried to get her. I tried to get her to eat one, but she wouldn't do it. Oh, motherfucker.
She's probably laughing at you right now.
Way, way hotter than I honest to God thought. I ate those 3 Carolina Reaper peppers. And I didn't figure 2 of them chips would have been shit. It's so bad.
It's crying.
Oh, it's worth the money. My wife asked, was it worth the money? It's worth the money. I got some milk right there, but I'm going to try not to drink it. I'm lactose intolerant. I would much rather deal with the burning than throwing up in the shit for 2 days. Oh my
that's so
God.
bad, dude.
They for real? You sweat. Oh man. The Pocky Challenge. It's crazy hot, not for the faint of heart or stomach. Heat
He also
seekers
put Louisiana hot sauce on top of it all.
may eat on their own risk. I did on my own risk. God. Not everyone will enjoy the extreme heat. Ooh, if the heat is too much for you, try drinking milk or eating ice cream. Do not eat if you are sensitive to spicy foods or are allergic to peppers. I don't think I'm allergic to them, but these motherfuckers are hot. Man. Nightshades or capsaicin. I don't know. Y'all read that word. Oh, or pregnant. I don't think I'm pregnant. Or have any medical condition. Keep out of reach of children after touching the chip. Wash your hands with soap. And do not touch your eyes. I think that is all great advice.
He's wearing a beanie.
Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, it's all still hot. Whoo, man.
Sweat
It's finally
tears.
starting to go down a little bit. Motherfucker.
Yummy.
Shit. Well, there it is, folks. There's the Pocky One Chip Challenge, and I gotta give it to you. That is the hottest fucking chip I have ever found in my entire life. Whoo! I love y'all fuckers. Y'all be cool, stay classy.
There's another guy that does one. His name's Brandon Ferris.
Oh, he's hilarious.
What's happening, affiliate marketer?
Hey, Paul, pull this one up.
How would you like
Bro, I'm not
to
sitting here
learn
trying
how
to
to...
watch videos all night.
Damn, why you gotta yell at me?
Because I got
Feel
yelled at
attacked,
today.
banana hammock. Shit.
Did you send me a link for it? Or you just wanted me to, you want to read the URL so I could www.youtube.com/X5L5 capital P lowercase L capital W.
You just let me know when you're done being a dick and I'll answer that question.
Did you send me a
Sorry,
link?
Mom. No, I didn't send you a link. I could have answered that about 15 minutes ago until you started rambling.
Well, you
on
wanted
about
me
it.
to play that video next, bro, but you didn't even
moment's over.
prepare me for it.
We're done. Put a fucking $1 in the tip jar or in the swear jar.
Felicia's like, this is getting so serious here. Calm down. When y'all getting married?
No. Knocking some menopause.
Said you could have typed it out and brought it up at the same time you were complaining. Yeah, well.
Yeah, see,
somebody
thank
wants
you.
me to show something on the damn
Thank
screen.
you.
Maybe they can give me a damn link so I can pull the damn link up so I don't have to type stuff in at all.
Wait, who was agreeing with me on that one? Huh?
Nobody. Nobody at all.
Eric.
Thank you, Eric. You're a sweetheart.
All you had to do was send me a link, bro. It was that easy.
I don't know how to do that. Yeah, laugh it up. Laugh it up. Yeah.
I knew that too. That's why I've been picking on him.
I don't know how to do that.
You don't know how to get a link?
I know how to get a URL, but how am I supposed to give it to you?
Send it to me on Facebook Messenger.
Then I'm in Twitch when I'm doing it. How? And then I pull it up in another screen for the. I'm in YouTube. How do I send it from YouTube to?
Hit the share button.
And then it says to Facebook.
You can
It
do
also goes to your
It
messenger.
didn't give me the option for that.
There's probably more options.
It's because it's a fucking.
Pull
Excuse
it
me, a
up.
freaking iPad. Let's put
Pull
that.
it up.
I hate Apple, by the way.
Pull it up.
Me too.
Here.
Hey, I can get Apple phones for real cheap. Pull up the video.
Because they're crap.
No, not Apple phone. The Apple TV. The little Apple
Those
TV
might
box.
have
I can get
this
them for
free.
cheap. I can get them through work.
Share. Yeah, see, it says Facebook, but it doesn't give you Messenger.
Okay, does it have copy?
Yeah, copy.
Okay, can you pull up Messenger?
Oh. And then paste it. Hey, I'm learning here.
You're going to learn today.
That
We'll get
teacher
there.
did
We'll get
before he shot a round off?
It might
No
have
wonder
been.
he went postal. Shit. Excuse my French.
Trav said I need a tablet to run Procreate for doing tattoos.
Do I have a Messenger?
I don't even know what Procreate is. Eric said, "Oh, it's I suck."
Yeah.
Felicia said, "I can share to like everything: Facebook Messenger, text, email, etc."
So, you know, like somebody put up an argument with me as why I should buy an iPhone is so that way all of our chat boxes were the same color. I wanted to slap them with some baby powder. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
That was
and that's
their
a real thing.
justification for buying an iPhone?
It is, yes, it is. I'm not going to say who they are. They're not watching anyway, but why do I care what my box color looks like? When I'm in FunkShop chat, it's rainbow colors. So I mean, it's like I don't care. Like I'll take purple, green, yellow, orange, whatever. It doesn't matter.
What is the world coming to?
But everybody that is a iPhone snob has to have green chat if you're all chatting with iPhone people.
Felicia said Procreate sounds like some type of fertility app.
All right.
Enough.
Here it comes. Am I seeing it for FunkShop TV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
What was that?
I don't know.
Get it together, kids. Get it together.
Come on, paste.
What? No.
All right, there it is.
No.
Did you see the picture I sent you?
Hold on. Yeah.
No.
That was my costume we were talking about last night.
Oh, do you want me to pull that up too?
No, you can save that one. That was just for your eyes. Nobody needs to see me in a teddy.
Mom said, from Clark County Regional Scanner, look on the roof of the powder coating business just south of Franz. There's guys up there with AR-15s.
Stop it. Stop.
Guys or police? You know the Franz in Hazeldale?
Mm-hmm.
The powder coating business just south of there? There's dudes with AR-15s. Now, I hope these dudes are cops. Because if it's Proud Boys trying to stand up there and act like vigilantes, come on.
How'd they get up on top of the building anyhow?
It's a powder coating building.
But it should be closed at this point. And
Chances are one of those guys knows the owner.
Yeah, they probably... That's probably where they hold their weekly rallies.
Yeah.
No, puppy already went potty. Thanks. I appreciate that. That's why I disappeared for a few minutes.
Okay.
Oh, I love this dude.
He is so
Why do I look like a
Yeah,
house
watch
mom?
this guy.
Speaking of house mom, I'm doing the one chip challenge. Warning, it's straight from hell. Well, the package said Amazon, so no purchase necessary. Well, then why did I buy it? What? Oh, there's so much. Any last words?
Oh,
Yeah,
there's Mace being
why did
sprayed
I
at
buy
99
it? I guess the
right now.
challenge is to eat the chip, and then that's the challenge. That's a lot of...
Mace.
What?
People
Ugh, you smell like
spraying each
feet.
other with mace.
No,
So the Proud
put
Boys are
some
probably
socks on.
turning
What in the
the peaceful protest into another riot.
Oh, that smells so hot. Look at all that. It's caked on, okay? That's a birthday party no one's gonna enjoy. Oh, that's not so bad. Oh, that's a hot chip. Oh, Jesus, now it's okay, so now we just sit here and wait. When am I allowed to start breathing again? Jesus, hello? Gross. Oh, yeah. Okay. Does that turn you on, car? It hurts to be. Okay. There you go, a little bit right there. Thank you. My gums are on fire! My teeth itch. May I spit, please? Spit amazing word. Okay. Now I can't hear.
Some people are guessing that the mace is being sprayed by the right-wing group Era Almosa. I don't even know what that is.
I surrender. Yeah. Oh, with all the barriers on my mouth.
He's shaking
knocking over. Oh, that's good. That's good milk. Oh, my ear finally popped. Oh, thank Jesus. Thank you. Don't be like this. I'm gonna die here, aren't I?
Oh, it's a chick.
Best Buy 4012020. Oh, this chip won't be good for another 7,000 years. I have a dinner party to go to. Owie. I did it. You know, as I was saying, you should just stop being hot. And we're like, now. Oh, ow, get out of my eye. Heat. My lips feel like the rainforest. On fire. You're persistent. I said you're persistent. Did I win? Is that Conor McGregor? Well, my lips are on fire. I can do this, okay? I can't do this. I'm dying. This is I'm gonna die here. Okay, but when does the swelling go away? What do you do? Stop. Eventually the pain just goes away. Still just waiting for that. Are my ears turning purple? My ears didn't eat it. My mouth did. I can't taste my feel buds. My mouth feels constipated. Look, I'm a walrus. Oops. I survived. And I did it all without taking one trick.
We're all persuading all the
Dude,
time.
he does so many
Sales and
different things,
persuasion
too, like-
is part of our lives.
funny.
It's like the.
I'm down
One
to do that.
chip challenge.
I'm excited.
First off, I have no idea why they think that the.
Yeah, I can't say I'm excited. I definitely will not say that I am excited.
About as excited as a colonoscopy, huh? Colonoscopy.
But the good thing is that I may not have to do it because we got to get to a certain number of subscribers in order for it to happen. And
all right, ladies and gents, dig deep in your pockets.
I'm
Dwayne says you're doing it because he's like, what?
That's
No,
right, Dwayne.
You're doing it.
We'll make it
hold
work.
Hold on. Dwayne has no right to say you're doing it because I have
said
tried
he
to
will
talk.
do it.
Oh, he said he'll do it.
He's gonna do it. Yeah.
Okay. Because I've had talks with him. I said, bro, what if we got 200 subscribers for you and me to both get mad? He's not. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not doing that. I'm like, man, it's all in the name of show business.
I'll do it. I told you guys I'd do it with you.
I'll get heavily medicated and I'll eat that chip.
Oh, Renee's back. Hey. Welcome
Hi,
back.
Renee.
Thank you.
It looks like it's
Welcome
daytime on her camera for
back.
some reason. It's
Welcome
like-
back. Welcome back. Okay, so if Dwayne's doing it, he said I wouldn't put makeup on. Yes, I know. I'm just saying.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna come right off your face.
Okay.
All of it.
At least
All
I
those
said, you know,
tears.
if you say that, someone is going to make it happen. The thing is that it starts over after tomorrow. So if we're going to make it...
Check it out. Another subscriber.
Hey, you should-
Thanks for subscribing to FunkShop TV. FunkShop TV.
You
FunkShop
should
TV.
put mascara on everybody, and so when they start crying. Hey, there it is. Yeah, we're getting it one step closer.
Check it out.
Hey!
Another subscriber. Thanks for subscribing to FunkShop TV.
Keep it coming.
FunkShop TV.
Keep it coming.
FunkShop TV. FunkShop TV.
We are going to do this, guys. It's happening.
Oh, my God. No.
Check it out.
Oh, ye have
Another
little
subscriber.
faith.
Thanks for subscribing to FunkShop TV.
Whoa,
FunkShop
thanks for the
TV.
subscription.
FunkShop TV.
One step closer to my ulcer.
Bro, this is all Eric doing gift subscriptions just to make us...
Because he wants to watch
Check
us
it out.
cry.
Yeah,
Another
but some of
subscriber.
those people
Thanks for subscribing to FunkShop TV. FunkShop TV.
He's gifting,
FunkShop
man.
TV.
We'll get more viewers. And
Hey, 'tis the season. This is giving.
All of these people have been in the chat. That's
Check it
how
out.
automatically know.
Another subscriber. Thanks for subscribing to FunkShop TV. FunkShop TV. FunkShop TV.
Dance off. We dance it. We got music though. Like
what did that bring it up to?
Redeemed dance off time.
redeem dance off time.
And
3,000. So we have to
Melissa
do a
did
dance off.
posture
Hold on.
check too. So
Hold on. Here's the cool thing about this right here, right now. Duane says someone needs to turn the volume down on the podcast they're watching. Oh, yeah. Renee's got it. It's okay. It's not that bad. Here's
like, we already went through this.
Here's the neat thing going on right now because
Renee's some good
Eric,
headphones.
Eric, hold up. I'm doing a little thinking right now, and that little green bar at the bottom has not moved.
Yeah, why?
Because all of these people, I think, just got a gifted sub were already gifted a sub. So now it's just gifting them for the next month.
Oh, thank you.
I think. Unless the thing is just going to catch up. Eric said yes. It's moved from 83. Oh, it was at 83. Okay. I thought it was at 86. So
I thought it was at 86 too. At least up here it was. It moved one.
that's what I thought, but
Eh.
no. Felicia even said it was 82 or 83.
Oh, okay.
And Eric gifted 5 people a sub, so now it went up to 87.
Good looking out, man. Good looking at.
That still means
Dad
that,
was a new one.
You know. Yes, Dad was a new one. So Dad took it from 82 to 83. But Eric gifted 5, so only 4 of them counted. At any rate, that's definitely closer than it was. Oh, I better go to the store after. Okay, where can I get these chips?
Well, we're gonna have to start hunting them down now because they are sold out at Safeway. So either another store does, or we have to start like hitting plaid pantries and little convenience shops. But honestly, I think if we're gonna do it, whoever's doing it just buys their own damn chip. Keep the cost down.
We got to figure out where we can get them though.
Well, I mean, we already know we can order them, but if we're gonna go local, just everybody keep your eyes out for like little convenience stores and stuff. Like she said that they had them at Plaid Pantry for $6.99 or something like that.
What kind of chips?
The one chip challenge.
The one chip challenge. Safeway had a bunch of them 2 days ago.
You don't know what the one chip challenge is?
You just missed all the videos we watched.
Yeah, you missed it all.
I'll send you a message.
Run it back. No, just kidding.
No.
Please don't.
You don't want to go through all that again, bro?
No. You missed me getting yelled at.
Yeah, I wasn't yelling.
I got verbally abused on live
bro.
podcast.
Did we talked about semantics earlier and using the right words? Was it really yelling?
Okay, look.
This is big hug with a banana
This
hammock.
is not a corporate environment. This is FunkShop TV, so I will say what I want, when I want, how I want. Damn it.
We're going to do a summertime podcast with banana hammocks and slip and slides. How's that sound?
I'm not going to. No. No.
I wouldn't pay money for that one.
You would pay money to see me just go down a slip and slide in a banana hammock.
She would pay
But
money.
earlier you said you didn't want them making pictures of me in a banana hammock.
Only fans.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Oh, no.
There you go. Subscribe.
You know, my parents got quiet. I think those videos scared them.
The first one I think did.
I can't handle my son better not do that.
Oh, we're doing it.
My son better not do that.
It's going down.
Man, I can't wait till my son grows up.
So he can
go
do stupid
down
stuff.
So you're just looking at me like, what?
Yeah.
Tonight
both
it's
still
going down.
See, that's
Okay,
the thing, like my
Rach, I
sons
sent you a
are
message
grown
on
up, and the
Facebook.
one would not even think twice about it. And do
I mean,
it.
Renee.
You can call me Rach or Renee. I don't care.
So you have the link, so you know what the one chip challenge is.
There's a video on there too where somebody took
All
a
right.
bunch of those Pacquiao chips and threw them in a big bowl of regular chips and mixed them in.
Oh, no.
I don't know. It might actually be good
Can you
added
imagine
into
being
like a
that
taco salad. But like
unfortunate
mixed with
guy that
something-
happens to grab that
Yeah, but
chip?
that's so expensive.
Yeah.
Like if you bought a whole bunch of them just to mix them in a pot of.
That'd be great.
Bro,
for
we got like a
Halloween
million
party,
hits
though.
off
Check
of
it
that
out. Check it
video.
out.
That paid
Another
for all those
subscriber.
chips.
Thanks for subscribing to FunkShop TV. FunkShop TV. FunkShop TV.
Oh, Lisa contributing to it.
Nice.
Come on, knock it off.
No, keep them coming. Don't hold back.
To Robin Hood. All right.
No, don't stop.
Come on, Lisa. Jeepers.
I'm looking forward to public humiliation.
Well, and
Thanks for
I'm
the
gonna be
cheer.
crying like a little baby after I eat that.
I'm not even looking at the screen to see what it is anymore. I'm like, man, if there's that number scared me. Yeah, Lisa said, hey, I didn't do 5. Thank you. I appreciate the support. I'm glad you only did 1. Just keep it there. Keep it at 88. I'll be real happy. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, tomorrow we're talking about DJing for a couple hours and then going live on FunkShop TV. So I would have to set up a camera on that computer, DJ on that computer, and then raid everybody into FunkShop TV.
We could do that.
Yeah.
Just let me know when to be here.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do that.
I can't
I
log
think
in
Nolyn
until
said
after 9
she wants
PM,
to.
so-
You what?
She's
So
gonna
I can't
bomb
log
us,
in
but
until after
she
9
can't be here
PM.
because she's got better things to do.
Sorry.
I ain't mad at you, man. As long as whatever you guys are doing on Halloween, you do it safely and just remember to be safe and all that.
Yeah,
You
this is
guys
a
see
weird year for
Francesca?
everybody.
Eric said it should still have one of my 5 pending. I think it was at 82 to 87 or 83 to 87. I thought it was 83. Felicia said I probably won't be able to stop in too much, but I'll try. Are you taking your kid trick or treating tomorrow? That's a big debate. I want to know. Like, how many parents are actually going to take their kids trick or treating tomorrow?
Are they
A lot of
setting
people
a
I talked to
time
didn't say they were at
for
all.
when they can trick
My
or treat and
son's-
not trick or treat?
I have not seen anything. All I've seen is suggestions on not to do it, period, to find alternative ways for your kids to enjoy
Battleground-
Halloween.
Battleground had trick or treat in the park tonight from like 3 to 6.
Okay.
And then I know a lot of moms and like the mom groups and stuff say that they're going to take their kids trick-or-treating no matter what. Ryan's dad's taking them to a costume party.
People are getting clever with their delivery methods, like remote control cars. Like this one guy had a ladder with a huge PVC pipe. He drops it and it shoots out into their bag.
Nice.
So like it has a little hanger. It says hang your bag here. And then the candy just comes out, shoots right into their bag, and then they pick their bag up and leave.
Well, and there's probably not going to be as many trick-or-treaters as normal. So that's cool. That's cool that people are still finding different ways to try to... This whole thing that we're going through with COVID, it's all about adjustment anyways.
Well, even before that, like last year and the more recent years, you have to be careful what kind of candies you're handing out.
Yeah.
You got to list it if it's gluten-free. You got to list if it's this and peanuts and nuts and...
What happened to the good old days when they just threw money in your bag? Like, I remember full-size candy bars and money.
Full-size candy bars.
Oh, hell yeah.
What?
I would get at least $20 in cash.
Where the
and full-size candy bars going down by Evergreen Highway, like
Orange
the
and
big
black
houses.
Easter eggs, and like the plastic Easter eggs, and you crack them open, and there's $1 in it.
Yeah, I got one time. It had 75 cents in it. My sister cracked one. It had $20 bill in it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to wrestle her for
my
that.
whole life. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Up around Columbia River High School, those houses over there used to hand out
Hell
full-size
yeah.
candy bars.
And then there's like doctors or dentists will hand out
Trav
like
said I'm
dental
going
care
all
bags with toothbrushes
by
and fluoride and
myself.
like a free
shoot,
checkup and all
Dustin's
this.
here.
That's pretty
Look
cool.
out. Dustin's here.
Passing out brass knuckles.
Felicia said, I'm taking him trick-or-treating. Travis, I'll take you trick-or-treating too. Dustin, Duane said, I knew that was coming.
A trick for a treat.
Melissa said, the D. Johnson, you beat me to the punch. Ooh, everybody going in on that. John, Lakeshore had those a few years ago. Yeah?
Now you get candy bars with razor blades and needles in them. And
Felicia said, I feel like he needs supervision. Duane said, of course you do, Felicia. Oh, should we be like Felicia? Oh, look. Is this a FunkShop TV love connection? Oh, look.
Felicia, nobody's wearing my teddy.
Look.
Nobody's wearing your what?
So earlier I said I would send a picture to him. He's like, no, you want to put it up? I said, no, that's just for your eyes only. I said, nobody needs to see me in a teddy. And so Felicia just said, no, just ask Ryan to borrow his teddy.
Is there a picture of you in a teddy?
No, there's not. Really, there's not. Okay, I'll tell you. The picture is me dressed as a police officer. It's a little controversial because I have a pig nose on and some aviators. So I'm Officer Bacon. That was my costume. You know, I'm pretty proud of that costume. I'm not just exemplifying it to all police officers. But, yes, we all know that cops get labeled as pigs. Therefore, I was Officer Bacon. Case closed. It's a funny picture. And I sent that to Paul so he could, because we were talking about it last night. But, you know, with everything that's been going on, everybody just got such a sensitive ear. It's just so hard to, like, even throw it out there, you know? So.
You're not even as bad as you think.
Oh, I know.
Somebody just.
Like my tribute to coronavirus
16 minutes
picture.
ago, tweeted, just arrived at Esther Short. Huge, loud crowd. Vancouver Police Department is prowling. Just saw an indicative white limo.
Is DJ Dirty Harry driving around out there?
A wave of black blocked through the streets. Different appetites for what justice means. Oh, my goodness. Hold up.
People, go home.
Rach, I'm not trying to cover you up, but I'm going to show this video real quick.
Cover up. Yeah, whatever, dude.
Where all my screens are at. I'm trying to do way too much.
Wrong with this world.
Yeah, speaking of police, one of the ladies at work, she was hoping that her kids would pick out somewhat matching costumes. The one picked out a police costume, the other one picked out a donut, and she started thinking about it later, and she's like, well, those do two kind of match together. So
that can't be around here.
Is it even legal for them to be walking down the street with fully automatic or even semi-automatic assault rifles?
Open carry state. Washington is an open carry state.
That's Highway 99, bro.
That is Highway 99.
He's coming up right on 99 and 78.
At least he's not covering up his face and being a wuss about it. He's putting himself out there.
But why the hell is he even out there in the first place?
Right.
He needs to take his stupid ass home.
All these groups, though, cover their faces because they don't want to be recognized. Or, excuse the term, but they're pussies.
Yeah, they're a bunch of pussies.
If you're gonna do that kind of shit, put yourself out there.
Grow a pair. If you can hide behind a gun and a clip, then you can show your face.
And now everything's moved to
Fucking cowards.
I in no way, shape, or form condone all the bullshit that they do. If it stays peaceful, great. If not, then they are
But what is the
technically
point?
breaking the law.
Like this guy that's walking down the street. What is the purpose?
Just so he can get Facebook likes and his
Yeah.
Instagram page can get fat. That's all it's about.
Yeah, he just.
That's all it's about.
Okay, that's what it looked like and it sounded like it. But
There was a guy that did a video that he was videotaping people purposely putting themselves in the middle of things, making it look like they were actual activists and doing something and being a part of something, like walking and picking something up off the ground, taking a picture with it and then dropping it in its place and walking away. Like their Facebook page is showing them to be heroes and activists, but really they're just a bunch of showboats. They're posers.
This Era Almosa chick, she's become like the female version of Joey Gibson.
And I'm not fucking playing. So therefore you need to watch yourself. And what the
Mace.
What a pussy.
Fucking pussies!
Bet Russell Schultz is out of it all that.
It's gonna be one up between me and your funky ass. Don't ever disrespect my friends and fuck, because you just fuck the fuck up. And I'm not fucking playing. So therefore you need to watch yourself. And what the
What a pussy.
Fucking pussies!
You know what? Actions always speak louder than words, and if you're not using the right words, you better be ready for the actions that are coming along with it.
I'm confused because we can't see who sprayed. Is it just some citizen that sprayed
some
it, or
random
was
spray.
it?
No, I'm willing to bet it's somebody affiliated with Patriot Prayer that's down there.
Okay.
Some anti-Black Lives Matter people. Because a regular citizen probably isn't carrying a big can of bear meat. That was a big can.
That was a big kit. Yeah, that was a big spray.
That video was an hour ago.
Okay.
John said Russ reportedly moved to Kent.
Yeah, that's going to be a full-on riot within the
video
next
an hour ago.
Give it another hour or so, it's going to be a riot. Full-on, full-scale riot.
So was that the peaceful?
You know, but listen to the tone when everybody's saying it. He's like really going, Black Lives, and everybody's like, Black Lives Matter.
Well, the thing is, man, it started as a peaceful protest, but as soon as somebody sees an aggression, as soon as somebody sees an opposition to what they're having their peaceful demonstration for, they have every right to get a rate. There's no business for anybody to even show up and try to counter whatever they're doing. All that's doing is creating an arrest. All
But
that's doing is
you can't fix stupid. Some people don't have the common sense. They don't have rationality when it comes to this kind of shit because they're ignorant.
Hey, that's peaceful. That's all we ask. That's all they know. Agitation. We ain't y'all enemies.
Bro,
They
we
got
love you
y'all.
guys.
They got y'all thinking we enemies.
We
not y'all
can't
enemies, bro.
let the media divide us. We love you, bro. I love you, my man.
I don't know you, but I love you too. But look,
Yeah.
hey, we not enemies. Don't let them do that. And when y'all, if anything,
There's 1,000 hits on his
anything,
Facebook page.
Respectfully, some of them people on it's a political game. Respectfully, a lot of this shit is political. They got nothing to do with you. I don't know you personally. We don't know you personally. I don't care. Look, some of y'all is
This guy got a
racist.
cold hat on.
That's your personal belief in life to be you. Be that in your world. That's cool. Just let's respect each other.
Exactly.
That's all.
Jesus.
That's all we're saying. So if y'all got to do y'all thing, if y'all go to Vermont school, we'll respect y'all. We ain't no anger.
See that? That's what I'm talking about. That is the shit I'm talking about. Somebody needs to slap that fucking. Excuse me. That guy needs to be slapped hard. Seriously. You step in, put your thumb up like you're a part of something.
Trump loves black people, bro. I love you. I love you.
So you got something to talk about, water cooler.
You're my hero. You're my hero.
People, it's all good.
You're my hero.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, man.
You're my hero, and then he turns his back and probably like, fuck you. Excuse me again. This is the kind of world it is.
How do I turn this down?
Can't tell.
Sorry, I'm figuring out volume right now.
No, you're good. Don't worry
sound
about it.
great.
You're good.
I'm trying to turn off the volume on the Twitch.
You don't have to worry about it. You're good. Oh, you had the Twitch up. We can't even hear it. We are not hearing any echo at all. So you're good.
Really? Okay. I'm trying.
All right. John said they were at Ice House, then they went to Monkey's, and then moving north on Highway 99. But the last report that I saw that said that they're going to Esther Short Park.
It looked like the way they were walking south.
Which would be going towards Esther Shore.
They looked like they were going north.
That's right. Well, if they're going towards Esther Shore Park and they're on 99 and 78,
well,
they're
if they
walking
started
south. Down if they're going if they're going to take it all the way down through Maine and go up towards
because if they were at Ice House and then Monkeys and then ended up by 99.
Because they can stay right there and go all the way down, get on Main Street, take Main Street all the way down to Esther Shore Park.
They're going to walk all the way down to Esther.
Yeah.
That's a march, bro.
No shit.
People do.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
That's a march.
You got some Facebook warriors out there. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm all about supporting the causes and I'm a big supporter, but I'll do it from the comfort of my own home, behind, where it's safe, and putting myself in harm's way to watch other people out there just do stupid things with their words. Like, you don't understand. If you can't back up what's coming out of your mouth, you shouldn't be out there.
I agree. I do agree.
And then your actions end up reflecting on somebody else getting hurt when they're out there for the right reasons.
I do agree. Let me get caught up on chat. Let's see. I got to go way back up. John said, y'all that know me know I need supervision. Yes, we know, John. Felicia said, John, I'll supervise you too. I'll just be the group mom on Halloween. Eric said, are those essential oils you were holding in the picture?
But you got to show up wearing some of those like Lee's like soccer mom jeans.
Eric said, where was that tweeted?
In a minivan.
Eric,
style.
I think
I know they
my
are.
link.
I know they are.
Yeah, there you go, Eric.
I got told I have a soccer mom car.
It's not a minivan though.
John said Antifa just left Monkeys
anymore.
about 20 minutes ago. My bad.
The crossovers and SUVs.
Of course they met at Monkeys. Yes. Felicia said, John, you don't want to come trick-or-treating? LMAO, that's all I'm doing anyways because I'm a square. Mom said, Highway 99 Hazeldale. Inhabited Void said, hi, Rachel.
Hazel Hill right now.
Inhabited Void, that must be a friend of yours. Called you out by name. By name. Eric said, Oregon is also open carry. Who is that? Yeah, I don't know who it is. Mom said, some ass named Chandler. Felicia said, but no, on a real note, throwing it out there, if anyone drinks too much tomorrow needs a ride, please message me for a ride. Hey, shout out for that.
Yeah.
Dustin said, to be fair, Antifa is out there also. Well, guess what? I am anti-fascist. So, John said, yes, they are. Eric said, yes. Ducks, both are out there and wear masks. Mace, yeah, I saw that video pretending to be fixing stuff, helping, etc.
It's so wrong.
Renee said, hi, Christopher, welcome. Inhabited Void said, thanks. When was this? So I'm going to just go out on a limb and say Christopher must be Inhabited Void. You can talk now. It's okay. You know that, right? Oh, you muted yourself.
She muted herself again.
Yeah.
If you press
there you are.
I'm trying to get Twitch on my computer,
Gotcha.
And it's noisy. I muted myself while I'm figuring it out. I'll be back.
Gotcha. Eric said, is that in Camas or Vancouver? That is in Hazeldale. In fact, part of it was...
Which is still technically Vancouver, but... Yeah.
John said, scroll up. I sent you a message as well, Paul. Yeah, I saw it. I was just obviously preoccupied. Trav said, that was last night. My brother was across the street from that after his cousin was shot. Those groups went out. I thought that, no, that's tonight. It's going on right now.
No, yeah, they're there tonight.
Like that video I played was literally posted an hour ago by somebody who is an independent reporter.
He got shot yesterday.
Dustin in the building. What up, bro?
What's up? Hey, where's the shark at, man?
Daddy
he's
shark.
sleeping.
He's sleeping. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Start calling you.
Duane said, "I'm over the chanting that ish is falling on deaf ears and isn't going to change anything. It's creating more drama. When cops get called, it'll get worse." That's true. Eric said, "Yep, exactly." Duane John said, "The D. Johnson. I'm surprised sheriff isn't there already." Oh, I'm sure they are. I'm sure Washington State Patrol is there. I'm sure Vancouver City Police Department is there. And I'm sure the Clark County Sheriff's Department is there.
Yeah, everybody's got their foot in it.
Dustin, all right, in other news, can we take a shot? There's a big surprise. You can take all the shots you want as long as you're not driving. Duane said the problem is people just doing things to say they did them. It's not sincere. It's not for change. It's just to say they were there. It's just like the guy who stepped in the way to get in the picture that was taken. It's all selfish bullshit. You know, honestly, I'm going to go... Please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to say only maybe 20% of it is people that are doing it just to be a part of the mix. I really think that a lot of people just sincerely want things to be different. And the only reason I say that is because I've talked to enough people. I know enough people that have been going to these protests and getting involved in this stuff on both sides. And I agree, yelling and screaming at each other and pointing guns at each other is not going to solve anything. But how do you convince these people that there's an actual method to coming to a resolve?
The problem is that they're not isolated incidents. It's all the same kind of thing that keeps happening over, breaching back into racial or police, hatred against. It all comes down to the same thing. So now everybody's just focused on that.
Duane said the right communication. We know that. It's not about what is it going to take. It's how are you going to convince them. We know it's going to take the right communication. We know it's going to take somebody that's willing to be the middleman and say, look, you guys have a point and you guys have a point. Now let's figure out how can we be humans again.
Morgan Freeman couldn't even do this. That's my dude when it comes to...
So you think we're just going to... America's just going to hate each other?
I think we're going to keep collapsing on each other until finally it becomes a socialist... That's what it's going to come down to.
You mean a civil war?
I honestly believe so. I think that the government is not acting like they should, and it's causing the rest of the society to start acting against each other instead of working with each other. So it's causing turmoil, and that's going to create civil war.
The other problem is people aren't. They want to blame the president every time that something happens, and they don't realize how the government works.
I'd have to disagree. I don't think anybody's necessarily blaming the president in this one. Now, a lot of people that seem to be
thanks for the
divide has to do with politics, but I don't. Is anybody really blaming Trump for cops shooting black people?
No. Honestly, I blame.
It causes more turmoil, though, for people that, regardless of if you support the president or not, people like to say fuck Trump, and I mean, there's like, well, fuck Trump, and then you're like, well, what's the other option? Well, fuck everything then.
Well, we're going back to communication skills. It comes down to communication.
Mom said his comments certainly don't help. When he's giving the Proud Boys a green light and telling them, be on standby, fellas, I mean, it shows you which side of the fence is against the black people. Just saying.
Well, I think that in one sense, you can't just take black people, because there's black people that are part of the African Americans that are part of the Proud Boys community, and
how many, bro? Let's be real. How many black people do you know are part of the Proud Boys?
Let's look at the general consensus overall. That's
Isn't one of the main people that's part of Patriot Prayer African American?
Do you know the Patriot Prayer and the Proud Boys do not stand together anymore? You know they're separate, right?
They're totally different, but everybody likes to call them Proud Boys, though.
Everybody that's
so nobody knows what the hell's ever going on, though.
Because
that's the problem.
Right. The biggest part of the problem. That's part of my point. I see the biggest part of the problem being that so many people want to talk about it, but nobody's really paying attention to what really is going on. Nobody's paying attention to the truth. They're just reading what they see on Facebook. Social media is creating a bigger divide than any president is.
Well, I will totally agree with that.
And because people see somebody post something and they're like, oh, I trust that person. I know they pay attention and they watch the news. They're going to put a lot of faith into whatever they post and they're going to share it. And then before you know it, bullshit is spread all over social media. And now look, we're confused as a humanity, as a country. We are confused. We don't know how to have each other's backs. We don't know how to have compassion for the fellow American. And now what do we do? Where can we pull it all together? Is it going to take a civil war? And what's going to happen if there is a civil war? How many more people have to be killed by cops and shot in the back? How many people are going to end up having to be killed in these riots? How many people are going to have to feel like they're defending themselves only to be gunned down?
I think the sad thing is that like nobody wants it, but everyone wants to be happy, but I think there's going to be like a civil war, as everybody calls it. The people are going to keep fighting until it's, I don't know.
Do you really think everybody wants to be happy, or do these different militant groups want their way of life enforced and forced upon everybody else?
I think that the groups that are, let's see, I guess you could call them whatever you want. They're either Trump supporters or they're proud of their country or they're racists. But then you have a total separate group of Antifa people. And then you have Black Lives Matter, which is, I don't know. It seems like even watching a lot of the live streams, you see everybody going to different groups where even in other cities, Black Lives Matter people are like, you guys need to get the hell out of here. And that's like, I don't know. I think ultimately Antifa is making everything worse. Like the people that want to cause trouble.
And I would completely disagree with you because I personally am anti-fascist myself. If anybody looks
but like the way that they're going about stuff and like destroying stuff, that's not how you change things.
You can't say that's Antifa though.
Yeah, that's not.
Those are anarchists. There's a big difference between an anarchist and Antifa.
Yeah.
But that's what they call themselves though.
Okay, and there's a lot of people calling themselves Black Lives Matter that are doing damage. There's a lot of people calling themselves Trump supporters that are doing a lot of damage. And we gotta quit pointing the finger at groups and categorizing people in groups and start holding humans accountable for humanity.
Right.
That's the biggest problem. We're not.
I agree.
Life is not disposable. Too many people take it for granted, and with everything that's going on, and if you're not the one that's directly affected by it, then it's easy for you to get intertwined into all of the garbage that you hear spewed out over social media. And like I got rid of TV. I got tired of watching it because everything I see on there now is depressing. You know, you hear about little kids hanging themselves now because they got to be at home all the time. They can't go to school, can't see their friends. Like, this world is falling apart. And what we should all be doing, instead of walking the streets with AR-15s, we should be pulling together and helping our community strive and regrow and regain some foundation that we can pass on to our future generations. Otherwise, we're fucked. Period.
Right. And it doesn't help, let's be honest, it doesn't help when we have the leader of this country who should be setting up the biggest example for all Americans. But his rhetoric has been very divisive, as my pops said. Duane said Trump definitely didn't help. You're right. Travis agreed. Mom said they are militants. They are designated hate group. I'm not sure if you're talking about Proud Boys or if you're talking about Patriot Prayer. Mom said one of these days the NFAC is going to meet up with them. I'm not quite sure who the NFAC is. Dad said Trump told cops in public when the cops put somebody in their cars, don't protect their heads. And I do remember him saying that. It wasn't in those exact words, but he was basically had the mindset that if you break the law, you deserve whatever comes to you.
You do the crime, you do the time.
Cops are not judges.
No, they're not.
A cop's job is to detain somebody and maybe book them, Dano, but they're not the ones to decide somebody's fate.
I mean, look back all the way back to kings and queens and the courts, and the way that was done there too is that you had a sheriff, you still had a commanding officer that was in charge of delegating what was passed down from above, from whoever king or whoever was passing down that command, so not everybody, you can't shoot the messenger all the time,
right?
But there are some messengers that are dirty.
Well, there's definitely messengers that are shooting before they should be shooting.
Exactly.
Nolyn, what were you going to say?
I can't remember.
Oh, man. You hardly ever say anything. And now I saw you. I'm like,
I know.
Nolan's got something to say.
I finally felt the warmth of the heater on my
Oh, my
ankles.
Lanta. That's.
I need like 5 of them.
Eric said militant-ish right-wing chauvinists. And there's a lot of truth to that.
Sounds like a new genre.
I think the majority of people these days, they only help others when it's like they feel it's necessary. Like not always.
Or when they have something to gain. I think that's a bigger part of the problem. When there's something
I guess that's part of it.
When it's something when
I
there's
mean,
something in it for them.
I can personally say I go out of my way to help people and I don't gain anything from it.
Well, that's good. I mean,
yeah, but I'm going to stand out on a real big limb, and it's a real big limb because I'm standing on it, and I don't want it to break. But I also know that you are definitely far from average. Let's be real.
Eric, I can't do a dance-off. I'm sorry. I have a sleeping dog on my lap.
You don't want to see me dance. I might throw a hip out or
Mom
something.
said, when did that start? By who? Who is egging it all on? And who is labeling everybody Antifa? And that's a very good point. Who is Antifa? Can anybody tell me who exactly is Antifa?
I can honestly say no. I don't know.
I just know that they've been blamed for a lot of stuff, along with the Proud Boys and everybody else with everything that's been going on over in Portland and all over the country. I stay out. I'm not a person to put my political thoughts or anything out there. I am.
Amen,
if you do wrong, you do wrong. If you do right, you do right. But at the same time, can't we just all get along? Jesus fucking Christ! Let's have conversations. Let's sit down at a round table, and actually have conversations and put this out there. We don't have public city hall meetings anymore where you can sit down and
exist.
Not that is.
I mean,
it's there.
Communities try, but nobody pays
but nobody ever
attention.
goes to it anymore,
Nobody
and that's
pays attention.
sad.
You can't even get neighborhoods together.
I totally remember that when they used to do the city hall meetings, and it was
Yeah.
great. And I don't know who the moderator was for that in Portland, but I know that there was a moderator, and you would get everyone in the same room, and they had rules on, and it was mostly polite. And
There was a code of conduct and etiquette.
Yeah.
God, you got to hear, you got to hear the hard stuff. The hard stuff was talked about, in the room with people that were on the opposite side.
People listened.
You didn't say you wanted it.
Yeah.
Here, I got some gummies.
I like-
If you guys want some? Take it.
Take both.
Take it.
Sorry,
What do you
we
have?
want some candy.
I just went to the store and bought $200 in snacks.
We're coming to your house.
Hey, trick or treat.
We're coming to your house. Eric said
My kid bought a tube of chocolate chip dough, cookie dough, and they're gonna dip it in marshmallow fluff.
Oh, I'm not coming to your house. I don't like marshmallow. Dustin,
I'm not gonna lie. I
Dustin
kind of
is
like marshmallow. I like to eat a spoonful of peanut butter and then pop a marshmallow in my mouth.
Can you demonstrate what they're gonna do with that cookie dough again?
Do it again.
No. I realized it after I did it. No.
Eric said the second in command of Proud Boys is a Cuban immigrant. They are more a chauvinistic boys-only club than a hate group, to be honest. I'm not going to say that. because I know some. And I know some girls that hang out with the Proud Boys. Dad said Lafayette Square. Eric said militant-ish right-wing chauvinist. PNWYLG. I don't know what that is. He said PNW. Eric pays attention to a lot of the underground media, the real people that are there with cameras all day long. So he said PNWYLG and people identifying as Antifa are telling live streamers to no longer stream and are not allowing them to protests, which is why several have stopped.
Is Facebook backing them on that too, as far as the streaming when they're trying to run feeds through, like as far as putting a stop to it, like they do with everybody trying to run music?
I heard Facebook has been shutting down a lot of protest streams. I don't know. I don't pay attention to it as much.
Yeah.
Dad said Trump puts together a little army of gathered GIS of one kind and another and has them move against citizens in Portland. And I believe that. I really do believe that there's some power stirring the pot.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Pacific Northwest Youth Liberation
I'm sorry, but
Front.
I mean, our world is like the movie Idiocracy. You know, when you watch that, it's like it's a comedy. It's supposed to be funny, but it's almost scary when you watch it because when you look at President Trump, when he stands up there, he looks dignified until he starts to speak, and then his lips are puckered up, and he just spews out garbage that
And he
is
repeats himself over
so
and over and over.
redundant and ignorant, and just it's disrespectful.
So you're going to get me started and I can't. Nope.
Yeah, I don't want to get on a Trump tangent.
Nope.
Everybody should have put their ballot in by now, and that should be your voice.
I thought you had till November 3rd.
I'm dropping it off tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Well, I hope it gets counted.
You have till November 3rd.
You know what's been going on in the postal systems. Where are you taking your ballot to?
I have a pigeon.
Hey, send them to my house because I got mine sitting on the table. I voted for Fat Albert
Eric
for
said-
president, and
Bro, I don't even want to hear that kind of joking.
hey,
That's not funny to me.
I'm not going to tell you who I'm voting for. I'm
I
not
don't
going to make
care.
that mistake ever
I
again.
don't want to know who you voted for, but in
Ever
fact,
again.
if you wrote in Fat Albert, I'll punch you in the teeth.
I love Fat Albert. That's why I said it. Why? I look. You know, if it's something that happened when you were younger, I'm sorry, dude. But I love that cartoon. I grew up watching it, and that's just what resonated to me to come out with. It
That's not
wasn't.
why I'm punching you in the teeth.
Okay,
It's nothing
then-
about Fat Albert. It's the fact that you took the time to fill out a ballot and write in something that doesn't make any sense.
I didn't actually do that though. I was
know.
just being funny.
I know.
I
I
actually
know I'm not
wrote
gonna
something
punch you in
that
the
did
teeth,
make
okay?
sense, but I won't
Nope,
say what I wrote.
You're already getting punched.
You're already getting punched in the teeth.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I know. My kidneys hurt. Pissing blood
Eric
right
said
now.
CJ was threatening Seattle. Blue was also in Stop
Thanks,
Streaming.
Felicia.
Who were they threatened by?
Bill Cosby, hell yeah.
The people that were streaming, videoing and streaming the protests got threatened. I want to know who threatened them. Mom said, "Why are schools still closed? Who is saying masks are not needed? He is an epic failure." No, Bill, we're not arguing with that.
No, masks still.
Whether or not somebody voted for Trump or didn't vote for Trump, it's their right to believe what they want. Everybody knows where I stand personally. And I am not arguing with the fact that I think it's a failure. Mom said, "Oh, Dad, the military shouldn't be warring with fellow citizens. It's unconstitutional." I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. But there's also, you have to take into consideration, if the local police aren't able to do something and citizens are beating up a federal building, who has to protect the federal building?
Many years ago, I signed an oath, and I am still under that oath. Regardless what my personal beliefs are of anything, I will protect what I am obligated to protect, whether I agree or not agree with it. That is where I stand with
Thanks,
things.
Winter.
That's why I don't put out what I believe personally or not believe personally. But
my car.
there's a lot that is totally against what I am supposed to be protecting out there, and it's hard to do that. It's hard to stand back and watch this kind of stuff happen. But
there's, as somebody that has been in the military, you took an oath to protect the Constitution, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Which means that the Constitution,
Foreign and domestic.
Exactly,
Right.
foreign and domestic.
Right.
There is a lot.
That's very important.
A lot of domestic going on right now hence the reason why I stay out of a lot of this,
Yep.
because of so many people that not necessarily understand what domestic terrorism is exactly, because there's a lot that's happening right now across the river in Portland and other places that would constitute the military going in and defending against these people, that it would be looked at that they are being aggressive and that the military are doing things they're not supposed to be. That is what we signed up to do, was to protect foreign and domestic terrorism.
Yeah.
You stop. Yeah, see? See he's backing me up. Come on, get up here. Get up here. There you go.
I guess
that's why I stay out of a lot and I don't voice my opinion on a lot of things, because there are some things that I go way over. I bite my tongue a lot. And you and I have talked about it off here and there and stuff of why I do stay out and why I am not.
Mom said Proud Boys is the
registered.
designated hate group by the SPLC. I know the SPLC has designated the Proud Boys as a hate group. I'm well aware of that. Google NFAC, they are growing by huge numbers across the country. I don't doubt that. I know some Crips and I know some Bloods, and I know some Crips and some Bloods that I would still consider good people.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
People change. People have the ability to change. It's all up to them whether or not they want to, but it's also up to them whether or not they want to follow. They want to be followers or they want to be leaders. You want to follow a bunch of right-wing idiots that don't know what the hell they're talking about because they weren't fully educated on the topic or the facts. They're just running off of what they've been hearing blown off into social media elements or what their friend told them that their cousin, sister's, brother's, uncle said. You know, get your facts right before you start diving into this crap. If you really want to be supportive, then get your facts right.
Right.
You know, that just screws up everything.
Dad said it's like, who is the original QAnon?
Right.
You got to dig deep.
Is that Chris that's who inhabited? You're right. Protests and terrorisms are very different things. 100%
Good night,
different
Trav.
things. I agree.
They are, but it's scary how they're almost starting to become very similar.
Oh, you guys are way ahead of me. I'm scrolled up.
Yeah, there's a lot that just like.
Dad said, and since when is a Q not followed by a U? John said, Quanon. Duane said, hi, I was just going to say that. Chris, right? Inhabited, that's your friend, Rachel. Chris? I'm really bad with names. I'm horrible with names, so forgive me. He said, cookie dough. Dad said, sounds like the Clark County meetings my wife and I have attended, the City Hall meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Pacific Northwest Youth Liberation Front. I'm going to have to do some detail. I haven't been able to pay attention to anything lately. Dad said, what happened in Portland a few weeks ago is a matter of public knowledge. I'm not sure which event you're talking about. Idiocracy equals the political prophecy. It sure seems like we're going in that direction. Duane said, I love Fat Albert. Of course you do. Chris, have you guys seen the Lincoln
Thanks,
Project?
Duane.
I have not yet, but I want to. I really want to.
Come on.
Bombs away.
Get up. Get up.
Dad said, I'm not talking of the organized National Guard, but the makeshift military that Trump has organized specifically against protest in Portland was wrong. I absolutely agree. Mm-hmm. You know, if you're a soldier,
Right.
why don't you have your name on?
Exactly.
Yeah, if
And
you're
what
hiding
entity
patches and names, that's not
what
cool.
entity, what branch you're with, or what division you're with, and all that kind of stuff. That is all part of
What kind of teams hide their dog tags?
Exactly.
The assassins, not the protectors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I totally get that. I mean, with social media and the internet, those people can figure out your address and, you know, like where you live and show up with your wife and kids.
But isn't that part of putting on the badge? You know what you could potentially be facing when you accept the role.
Here's the thing, too. Like, you could still keep a mask on, but don't cover your badge. Don't cover the merits that you're protecting. If you have an American flag on you, you're protecting the United States, and you take that off, who are you protecting? You're protecting yourself.
They do have to take them off
your
when
last
they're
name.
over.
Overseas, they do. Yeah, but we're talking about here.
Right.
Yeah,
I understand that you do, but a soldier, you signed up to defend this country, then you should be proud
You understand
of your
the
own
risks.
name,
Yeah.
and you don't hide it.
You no longer. You are property of the U.S. government at that point. You are no
Yep.
longer your own person or anything. Now, your family, that's a different story. I get what you're saying. I understand what you're
yeah,
trying
I understand
to point
the
out.
point.
Yeah, they
I get
can
the
find
point.
your family, and it's scary. It's totally scary
Yeah.
because you're not there to protect your family if you're out protecting everybody else's families.
But guess what? When you take that oath, that's part of the risk you're
It
taking
is
as
part of it.
well.
That's why you'll hear Marines
Just like when
left
I
and right
take the
say that
job
they were
where I'm
never-
working, part of my job description means I have to not use certain words or I can get in trouble for it.
You know, and there's a lot of those people out there that don't have social media. They stay off of that platform so they don't intermingle their lives. Like my sister's a school teacher, and she has
said, "Good pet."
a very Loctite Facebook page because she doesn't want any of her parents of the kids that she teaches seeing her life.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
there's
Chris
ways to
said
protect
protest
them
and
that way.
terrorism are
But
different things. I absolutely agree.
But the thing that's different about your sister is that so like I got a friend, her husband's a Portland police officer, has been for many years. There was a gentleman up in the park that was mentally not well and attacked someone with a knife and attacked him with a knife. And he ended up using force, like his gun, you know, to stop this guy to protect the family that he was attacking. So immediately, like, his family's now at risk from scrutiny. You know, hundreds of thousands of people know his name now, you know, because he's in the news and it's all over the place and there's a lot of hatred. And so like a school teacher, I mean, I get, but it's like not the same, it's not the same risk to me.
But when a police officer goes into academy, they know what they're signing up for. Somebody goes into the military, they go through boot camp, they go through gas chambers and shots and vaccinations and traumatic experiences to prepare themselves for what they're about to experience when they are put into that line of duty. So I understand what you're saying. I totally agree with you on that. But people that are in that line of work understand the potential outcome that could come from being involved in that situation. You know, if you're an undercover guy that you're getting yourself involved with like the mob and all that, you know, that's some deep stuff. A regular patrolman that happens to be involved in a line of fire, he's got a target on his head the moment he pulls that trigger because of social media. It doesn't have anything to do with him shooting a woman, shooting a little boy, shooting a girl. It doesn't matter. He pulled the trigger, shot somebody, now he has a target on his head. But what he chooses to do and how he chooses to manage that situation, knowing that he followed every single guideline and did it by the book and he has nothing to hide, then he shouldn't be afraid of repercussion from that. You know? I think that if he can feel proud about it.
I can understand a anonymous unique code badge instead of your last name.
Yeah.
So that not everyone who took a picture and it gets up to social media for 1 million people to see can see that you live in Portland and your last name is a unique name and find you.
Oh, absolutely.
Took the oath to
Code
protect and
protects
serve those
your family.
people. Those people should have a right.
They can put their initials on there, you know?
You know, the unique ID.
Yeah.
Who's paying your salary? Those people.
But the trouble is that they were literally removing all identifiable signs off of their body and covering up tattoos and hiding their faces and removing patches and removing any identifiable. You wouldn't be able to tell if that was a Fed or if that was a militia or if that was, you know, there's no way to know.
So
and
if
that's
I have
the
my
problem.
concealed weapons permit and somebody in a uniform wants to grab me and snatch me and put me in a van, and I pull my gun out and I shoot him in the head because I think it's just an average Joe trying to kidnap my fat ass.
And he'd identify himself.
And then found out later that he was a Fed trying to do his job. Does that mean that I should go to prison for life?
No, but there's a chance you probably will.
Most likely, I absolutely would.
Do you guys believe that's true?
Absolutely.
Do you believe it's true that they had zero
Absolutely, because
stuff on them?
I know a lot.
There was
I
a
know
lot,
personally
yes.
people that were trying to hang on to bodies as these bodies are being dragged and snatched by people that had no identifying marks whatsoever.
Yep. I had friends that were
Dudes
down in
in riot
Portland.
gear, jumping out of a minivan with Arizona license plates and throwing people in these vans.
For no reason, just snatching them out of cars that were literally waiting to get down a road, pulling guys and girls out of cars.
Dustin, you look
by
like you got
force.
something you want to say, bro. I want to know.
I'm just listening.
You're a vet, bro. If you were deployed overseas, when would they have ever told you to take off your name patch or your dog tags before you went into battle?
You don't, when you're wearing your gear, you don't have when you're wearing your vest, you don't have your name visible.
Is he on mute?
No, he's not on mute. I hear him.
Yeah.
Okay, when would you ever have had to?
Like it's on your regular uniform.
I might disappear a minute because
But
I
when you're
can't
like
hear
full
him.
combat gear, you don't have like a big picture of yourself posted up on your body. You know, you have, yes, I'm a U.S. military soldier from Army or wherever. I mean, that's pretty much Army, and then the patch, and then whatever like your ranking is on your arm. Typically, isn't that right? For most soldiers,
The new uniforms, I don't know how they do it, but even when all the gear that I wore, like you couldn't even see my last name, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have so much extra protection, and all the body armor, that kind of stuff covers up a lot of different things in it. I fortunately was not in a time when all that was going on. Plus, I was on a ship, a floating city. So,
yeah,
like I've said before, I was happy to be out in the middle of the ocean, being able to just push a button. Now, granted, my job title wasn't that at all, but
Yeah.
I did do physical security training. I did do physical security. I am very well trained in certain aspects, but it's still like you don't want, like she was saying before, I wouldn't want my name out there so that people could find me.
And you can't see a name tag from 500 yards away when you're getting shot at either. So.
That's true. No, but most of these police officers, they're civil servants. They are to protect and serve their community, and their face is out there because they're the face of the community, and their actions should be reflected on that as well. And you know, keeping them safe is very important, but they have the ability to protect themselves. It's when they start taking advantage of those types of things and abusing those powers. That's when it flips it all upside down, and then. You know, how do you feel good about that?
I would not want. So, like, as a police officer, you go to training and you get trained to do your job and to make your decisions that you do, and it's instinct and it's training, you know, that they're doing. So, let's say that they have a legitimate kill or a legitimate, that's how they were trained. That's how their job told them to do something, and they did what they were trained and told to do, all by the books. Right now, in this current climate, there's still going to be people showing up at their house.
That person's going to feel bad about having to kill them.
I do not want my 5-year-old kid having to walk to school. You know, like people like that. They would be protesting at my home, and
yeah, there's
Mom,
a lot
I
of
saw
it.
the link. I know what the NFAC is now.
The officer is going to take a major a mental abuse from that too when they have to discharge their firearm and take a life. You know, it's never easy to kill somebody. I hope I never have to, but I couldn't imagine being the one to pull the trigger and take a life and then have to live with that on top of
every customer has
social
their own
scrutiny.
safe light story. This couple loves camping adventures, and their
Whoops,
SUV
my bad.
is always there with
CNN.
them.
I love camping adventures.
Trying to lighten the mood.
It was I was looking up something on CNN in a commercial. Dustin, when you were
Thanks for the cheer.
Hey, go look it out, Mom. Hey, when you were in the military, you took an oath to serve against all enemies, foreign and domestic, correct?
Correct.
Does that mean that was the training absolutely the same? So even if the quote unquote enemy was a group of American people, was there any different sort of training, or was it all the same no matter what? You treat everybody like they're the enemy.
Everybody's guilty until proven innocent.
You're also training to like negotiate with people.
Right.
And it's the same way that I'm gonna say it just from like the streams when people are like, "Hey, let's bring the National Guard in." There's even people that think that's a bad thing.
What are you doing?
I'm messing with my camera.
If you didn't feel, I'm gonna fucking slap you.
I think our fear of the National Guard was like, I think for me, I feared the National Guard for curfew enforcement. I worried that they would tell us, like, you have to be home by 9 o'clock. And if you're, like, going to walk to the mailbox at 10 o'clock at night, the National Guard's going to be there to, like, make you, because of COVID, go to your house. There was, like, this fear that the National Guard was going to come in and enforce.
Feels like Red Dawn.
I think part of the disconnect is people don't realize like what the National Guard does.
Probably. Yeah.
Like I was active and we had National Guard guys that you could walk by downtown Portland or on your local, like, wherever you live, and there's probably a National Guard guy that is probably underneath a fucking truck working on something, and you're like, you don't even know that's a National Guard guy.
Yeah.
They're not, National Guard also aren't, for better words, the most trained. I mean, they're good for what they...
National catastrophes and helping others.
Stand around and show presence, but they're not trained to be like... They're not trained like active...
They're not combat
duty
trained?
people. They're like, okay, we're going to war tomorrow? All right, well, if we kill people, we do. That's what we do, or we're trained to do. A lot of National Guard do, like, floods and supports and, like, natural disasters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they're people you see every day that you don't even know who they are.
They're the unsung heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're, I mean, I signed up and I was trained to kill people. That was my job. Like, that's literally what my job title was. Like, there may as well have been, but a lot of people sign up for National Guard because they want to serve their country, but they also have family and they want to, live a regular life.
You know what's cute right now? Dustin has the Oregon Ducks blankie, and Rach has the Oregon Beavers coffee table.
And it looks like their couches almost like connect to each other.
I've always said you gotta eat one and root for the other.
It's a blankie over the ottoman. I thought it was like a sticker on a coffee table.
Ducks and Beavers. We got a civil war right now. See, I told you. Go Ducks.
I marched at a Ducks game one time.
That's cool.
You
I said it. I'll say it again. Go Ducks.
That's what's up.
I heard you.
I played with their pet band.
I heard you.
Quack, quack. I still love Beaver.
Yeah, as I said, National Guard. Yeah, National Guard is more trained to deal with people. And active military are like, we're going into this country and we're gonna do some shit.
They're almost like, they're not like necessarily the same, but kind of like reserve, right? Like national.
Well, reserve is
Army
even
reserve
they
and
do
stuff.
less.
They do less, like weekend warriors, pretty much.
Well, National Guard is weekend warriors.
So they're bi-weekly warriors.
They're by something.
Bi-weekend warriors.
Hey. Hey.
We pay our union dues.
I will not allow anybody to respect any branch of the armed forces.
Oh, I respect all. 100%.
Steel and Laraine like to go back and forth, and it bugs the shit out of me. I hate it. Hate it.
No, even just being part of the military, like, regardless of, like, we had National Guard come up and train with us, and even training them it seemed like a joke, but you also have to respect the fact that they don't get as much training, and you make fun of them in a sense, but you also are there to make them better people. And then military, all the branches, you have a mouthful of nuts?
No, bro.
It's like the salty balls.
I'm never going to be able to get to sleep.
I'm not saying anything.
You want some carbs?
Oh, big nuts. Grape nuts.
Alexander the Grape. Hey, Tara.
Whatever you tell yourself.
Yeah, those are good. I like the
knock it off.
The wasabi ones.
I like the wasabi ones. They're my favorite.
That's
So, guys, we have to add it to the
That's my
watch
favorite
list.
too.
The Lincoln Project. Dad said, I encourage everyone to watch The Trial of the Chicago 7 on Netflix, written by Aaron Sorkin, featuring, among others, Sacha Baron Cohen as Abby Hoffman and Eddie Redmayne. Not sure who that is.
What's the name of it again? Can you say the name of that again? Something 7?
The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Okay.
Eric said the issue is the repercussion, though, isn't always warranted or relevant to the facts of what happened. And then he said no. They removed most of that in combat. Oh, talking about the... See, I'm way behind. Dad said going against enemies overseas, not the same as keeping peace here at home. I agree. That's kind of the point that I was trying to get to, but we got way off track. Eric said they were following people home from the federal building, people who were just normal workers who came out of the building, janitors, clerks, admins, etc. They were getting yelled at, threatened, and followed home. Are you talking about by the crowds? Eric said National Guard, I believe, is who is more trained on domestic. So does that mean National Guard's not necessarily trained to kill like the other branches of the military are?
Yes, that's what we just talked about.
Yeah, they're not really combat trained, really. I mean, I'm sure they probably go through
but
basic training, but not like...
They are, but they're also trained on how to do...
they're more like...
search and rescue
Yeah.
and aid and stuff like that, but they are also combat trained.
I mean, which is not a bad thing. That's still all very important. I mean, it all plays a very important role.
Eric said my work gave us pass letters from the Washington DOD when curfews were in place in case we were stopped on our way to or from work. Yeah, I had a letter like that myself. From my union when I was a caregiver. Oh. Apparently somebody tried driving a truck through the crowd in Hazeldale tonight.
What is wrong with these people? Good God.
I mean, if you're blocking a road, but at the same time, like, you should be paying attention to pedestrians and
Yeah.
find another way
5,000
around.
pound truck, 185 pound person. Come on now. That's like hiding behind a mask and a gun.
Yeah.
Apparently, Russell Schultz got sprayed with some mace tonight.
So he is down there.
Good. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
What up, Tara?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I've had the most fucked up night of my life.
Oh my Lanza, it's time to turn your ass.
Is this
down.
live links?
Yeah.
Hold on, I muted y'all. Didn't I mute you? Okay, hold on. Alright, I muted y'all on Twitch, so now we should be fine.
You know you're supposed to mute the... Okay, yeah, you muted Twitch. Okay.
I did it. Look, my girlfriend came in from Florida today, and we met up at the bar, and it was all good and fun. And then some other guy came out, and I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I was like, we went to some other bar, and then I was like, I'm going home. And this guy was like, would not quit on me. He's like, no. He's like, we have a deal. If I offend you, then you owe me a drink. If you offend me, then you owe me a drink. And I was like, no, just let me go. And he broke like a drink on the table. I was like, I'm out of here. I'm done.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
On that note, I am glad it's 11 o'clock because I have to get up early in the morning. It's time for me to go to bed.
It was drama. It was drama. I was done with it. And then all my other friends were like, do you want to come over to this party? And I'm like, no, I really don't. I just want to, like, go home. That's cool.
What'd you have for dinner, though?
I haven't even had food. I have not.
That's typically the answer. I mean, that's usually what I say.
No, my girlfriend came in from
forgot to eat.
Florida. And
Yeah,
she
we heard
was
that
like,
part.
Tara, meet me at this bar. And I'm like, cool, girl. I'll meet you at this bar.
We're on
And
a
she's
liquid diet.
she gets like a fucking hammered. And she's like, I want to go to this other bar. And I'm like, oh.
Why do we make Discord public?
It's funny how bars
so
close so
I
early.
went
It's
to
like
this
afternoon
other
drinking.
bar with her. And
Like day
then,
drinking.
like, my friend gave me a ride home. I'm like, nope. I'm not doing that. But you just left me there. I'm like, you just left me here with this weirdo? Like, thanks for that. I'm happy for you.
So you haven't had dinner yet, then?
No, I'm really, like, I'm angry at my friend who just, like, left me at a bar. Like, she left me at a bar with, like, dudes that I don't even know. She just fucking left me there.
Well, you still have time to DoorDash.
Or even a Snickers.
I do have time to DoorDash. Well, it's 11 o'clock at night.
Not this again.
It's Friday.
But I'm like, what kind of friend leaves your friend at a bar? I'm like, I don't care that you came in from Florida, but don't, like, have me come out to this bar to hang out with you and then fucking leave me here with people.
I don't know. There was a bunch of girls hitting on me one time, and Paul left me at the bar.
That is not true. That is absolutely not true.
That's a bad wingman right there.
You can't even pretend that that's true, bro. I invited the girls with us.
I'm just saying, don't invite your girlfriend out to a bar when you just came in from Florida and be like, hey, babe, I really want to hang out with you. I really love you. Like, you're my bestie. Come and hang out with me. And then you just fucking leave. And I'm just at this bar, like, and these guys are all like, hey, baby, like, what's going on? You want to talk about the Seahawks? And I'm like, not with you. I'm going home. Like,
Is that why dating sucks now? Because nobody's got game anymore?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell's going on here?
That's why us
really
real
bad.
people can't find somebody real to fall in love with
Good
because everybody's
God.
so fake.
Yep.
And on that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you.
Not
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Not everyone.
I know. Not every woman. Some of you just have
You're
this
just
light
not here,
switch
you
and can
can't
turn
leave,
off
Paul.
love. What, Tara?
Paul, you cannot sign off. I just got here.
It's 11 and he's got to go to
You
bed.
know I have to work tomorrow, right?
10 more minutes.
We waited for you for 3 hours.
Man, I went
Yeah,
way
give
too late
Give
last
me
night.
15 minutes. Give me 15 minutes.
It's not
I'll
my
send
fault you went to the bar.
I'll send you something.
It's not my fault you went to the bar. I have to go to bed.
I didn't want to, bro. Like, I did not want to.
But you
and my
did.
girlfriend just came in from Florida, and she was like, "Come
You know the
join
worst thing
me."
to ever
And
say to
I'm
me?
like, cool.
I didn't want to get drunk. It just my girlfriend gave me the drink, and I had a White Claw, and that's all I had. And,
I'm not even
and then
drunk.
somebody
I
gave me
wish
another
I
White
was
Claw, and I had a
drunk.
shot of vodka. And I don't know why you're so mad at me. 'cause
I wish I was drunk. I wish
I don't do this all the time.
I wish I was drunk. I'm not
Can you
even
play that
drunk.
song
That's
that
the
I
whole
requested?
thing. I wish I was.
Yeah, who'd she
I
leave
wish
with? I think that's bullshit. Your friend comes into town, you go to see
I
her,
don't have to be
and she
nice when it comes to
leaves.
dealing with drunk people. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm not even drunk. I wish I was drunk. Like, I just want to go, like,
And I'm not overweight.
eat a burger. Well, you know what? I'm fat, too, so shut the fuck up.
And on that note, Mom, Dad, I love you. Everybody, I love you. Thanks. I got to go to work tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Tara, we'll leave.
Bye.
You know what? Tara, Dustin, Rach, we'll leave Discord open so y'all can chat amongst yourselves.
I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Hey.
How
What
you
do you
On
guys doing?
Discord, can we talk? Do we
Are you
have a
wearing
phone
anything
sex?
past